my memories, just static waves of apathy. I'm a broken piece of what I used to be. I lost my mind when I was
Just a girl,
lost in
thank
dreams.
you. Let's fucking go. Fuck me, what day?
Turn off, tune out before you lose it. I'm an MK Ultra victim. There's poison in my system. I'm an MK Ultra victim. There's poison in my system. My memories, just static waves of apathy. I'm a broken piece of what I used to be. I lost my mind when I was lost in dreams. I'm wide awake, but I can't wake up. I hear you loud and clear, but you might break up, cause this isn't real, I don't exist. Turn off, tune out before you lose it. I'm an MK Ultra victim. There's poison in my system. I'm an MK Ultra victim. There's poison in my system.
Lamal, thank you for Emerald. Yeah, I know. I DM'd you. I'll have an email for you tomorrow. Fuck. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Bash the Bonk from Fandont for 12 months. Dude, that's a year. You're right. Fucking hell. Thank you so much for a year at Coping. That is super based. 07 in the chat. Just another dude with 5 for the goal. Bees. We can be bees. We can be bees. Sky needs sleep with the 2. Oh god, not again. Oh god, not again. Also, just a big shout out to MLS. MLS making law simple. The only lawyer on YouTube who I actually fucking like trust. Absolutely based. He's it doesn't matter what it's for. But God, it's been a busy day. It's been super based. Midgematic, member for 4 months at Coping. Thank you so much, bud. My favorite accidental mod there. Random web user with the 5 gifted Cope and Seethe subs memberships. Thank you so much. That is fucking amazing, dude. Thank you so much. What a way to open the stream. BK Flower with the member at Coping for 9 months. The drama baby is due. I know. It's been so long since we've actually had a dedicated bonk stream, but welcome to what is essentially a dedicated bonk stream, because we're back here again. Just to go, dude, you guys, listen. Okay, subtitle, he's awesome. Just to go with the 5. Can't stay, have to do school. I will definitely catch the VOD. Enjoy catching the VOD. Very based. Guys, welcome back into whatever the fuck. Where is my Bo Black stream back? Fuck, I knew there was. I was sat today being like, isn't there a stream I'm meant to be doing? Fuck, we'll do it at the weekend. We'll do it at the weekend. We'll do it at the weekend. No, fuck it, we'll do it live. Right. Oh, bro, dude, I am fucking. I need a holiday, guys. I need an actual holiday. I need a break. Okay. I'm meant to be working. I'm meant to be working on another video. And then all this stuff happens. I don't know why I bother. I really don't. It's agonizing. Look at me complaining about content. So much content. I don't know what to do with it. What am I doing? Okay, cool. Right, guys. Right. Don't know how long this stream is going to be. Where's my food shots video, Ginger? So true. I'm here for my Fandont alimony, Beckett. That's fair. That's fair. It's CID. Thank you for the 2. Right, so it has been dramatic. I have a huge amount of things to go through. Let me just check, because I've lined up a load of things. Let me just check that there's no nudity. I can't believe I have to do that, but apparently I do, because of what we're going over, which is a lot. Okay. Is this one? Yes. No. Dude. It never ends. It never ends, bro. I don't know why I do this to myself. I don't know why I do this to myself. Okay, give me 1 sec. One second, guys. 1 second. Bear with me. It's been a really busy day. Dude, I cannot describe to you guys. You tomorrow. Lovely. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for... Dude, I'm turning into Tactical Templar. Just let me... Hold on. Let me just do this message very quickly. Danielle with the 5. Another day where bonk is ruining the credibility of allegations. Is anyone surprised? Looking forward to another bonk roast. Dude, there is so much to go through. There is so much to go through. It's absolutely crazy. Just never ending. Just never ending. Basically, and in simple terms, Bonk's returned. Bonk has been teasing new allegations. Now, I was going to wait till said new allegations emerged to talk about it, but we're gonna go over everything, because depending on what those allegations are, it might actually lead to a Griffin video. If they're the more of the same, they probably won't. I'll just be like, for fuck's sake. But you know, I'm happy to do the content while it's here, basically. Okay, everyone good? You all comfy? You all got snack? You all ready and good? Welcome back to Brony Fandont. Fuck it. I'm going to do whatever is required to stop Griffin, even if it means using this place. Congratulations, Griffin crew. You finally caught me lying. I said I wasn't coming back, but here I am. Hope it helps. It does. It's great. FGOT gave me content. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. I don't. What's up, Crab Boy? How you doing? Access, thank you for the 5. Oh, not much, you know. Never-ending fucking cavalcade. There's my life. I just want to quiet. Can I just have a piece? You know, it's my birthday this month. And I got my birthday present from Jenny today. It arrived in the post. And I did have to check it because of what it is. It's not opened yet. It's not unwrapped. But I now do actually own like a proper well-made sword. How cool is that? How cool is that? That's so awesome. Not some like it's not some cheap knockoff thing. It's like an actual cool sword. Dude. I have to wait till it's actually my birthday to unwrap it and like things. But yes, awesome. So, you know, it's one of those days. Right, okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a bit of a timeline. A bit of a timeline of Bonk's return. Now, let's do it. Should we do a refresher? Who needs a refresher? It's always good to have a refresher. Jesus Christ, when did this shit begin? Oh, okay. So, a few years ago, Brony Fandont came out with allegation. Actually, no, this isn't even like, dude. This story, the Black Griffin allegations, are so goddamn convoluted. Back in the 2010s, a musician emerged called Black Griffin. He worked for the Navy. He was in a Navy band. He did all the Navy singy song things, okay? And he managed to become attached to the Brony fandom, okay? And he was managed by the mother of Michelle, who played, I want to say Scootaloo? It's either Scootaloo or Apple Bloom. I think it's Apple Bloom. Yeah, voice actress for Apple Bloom. So, basically, he was managed by Michelle. He ended up living in their like pool house and doing loads of shows. Now, because of the attachment to Apple Bloom, there was a great deal of jealousy towards Gabe, and basically, many people in the fandom thought that Gabe's success was due to this connection. Now, I have it on good authority from multiple con chairs, multiple people involved, that if anything, the opposite is kind of true. People wanted, like, the Cutie Mark Crusaders there for, like, cons and things, but, like, Michelle and her family performing wasn't a big draw. Gabe, however, was quite a big draw. Black Griffin was a big draw. And over time, he became more and more involved to the point where he was doing background stuff on My Little Pony. And he went from sort of this guest, but like con guesty kind of thing, to like an actual VIP kind of member of the show. Now, it's important to note with these cons that lots of people who were just bit part players also had similar status to Gabe, because frankly, the Brony fandom, like, if you had been on the set and sneezed during a recording and that had accidentally been included, I'm going to be honest with you, the Brony fandom would treat you like fucking royalty. Now, that was true for basically everyone other than Gabe. Now, I blame this I blame a couple of things for this. Mostly, I'm going to be honest, the fact that there was a really weird attachment to the Cutie Mark Crusaders by some very weird people who like cartoon children ponies. Presets with the 2. This still isn't the stream I paid for. I know, we will get to it one day. There were like 3 of those streams already. I suppose that's a compliment. Fuck it, whatever. Anyway, at the time, back in the 2010s, there were rumors, mostly spun up by entirely spun up by the fan base, that Michelle and Gabe were an item. Now, this confused both of them. They didn't like it. They had kind of a brother-sister relationship. They thought it was incredibly fucking weird. This kind of like went quiet over the years and died. But there were a couple of people who carried the torch for it a little bit. And this all would come to a head a couple of years ago when Black Griffin was involved in the pilot for Has Been Hotel. Now, that pilot has a whole host of fucking drama attached to it for a myriad of reasons. But most importantly, it threw Black Griffin back into sort of like a bit of a limelight with a particular fan base. And when the pilot was picked up by Amazon, all the previous voice actors, singers, everything else were all cut. And basically the entire show was taken over by Amazon and pushed to this kind of more, should we say, like industry style. Now, having looked at this, an awful lot of the general Gabe hate comes from his actions after the pilot, after the kind of pilot crew were kicked to the curb. Because Gabe didn't take this very well. He was quite annoyed by it. He did a Q&A and he also did like a farewell song kind of thing. Vizzy wasn't particularly happy with it. And it's interesting as well that there are people who, like Destiny, for example, who seem to have been pretty fandomy about Gabe when he was involved in the pilot itself, but when he turned on Vizzy Pop a bit, that's the point where people like Destiny seem to turn. Again, just pointing out the general timeline here. Now, firstly, somebody named Wootmaster, and again, this is the timeline to the best of my recollection. I haven't got notes in front of me or anything. Someone named Wootmaster would come out with accusations about Gabe, and that would get some traction. He would then... Wootmaster has his own issues. He dated a pedophile who was banned by Elon Musk from Twitter. He is a freak in his own right, draws a lot of sort of this underaged animated pornography. Well, he's got a cameo tonight because he's still knocking around on Blue Sky. But after that, it was picked up by Brony Fandont, and in particular, over the course of late 2024, early 2025, Fandont was pushing this very, very hard. And basically, everyone had completely stopped listening to Claire. She was just... Claire is a grooming victim. You can't trust her. She's basically been brainwashed, guys. Absolutely fucking insane shit. Cvans, member for 6 months. I'm too tired to have any whimsical response due to exams, but glad to be a member regardless. Rock on, Ginger. Thank you very much for the 6 months at molding. Let's fucking go. Now, I'll be honest, and again, we'll come to some of this. One more tweet, and Gabe will go down. One more tweet. So true, Oz. Thank you for the tea, buddy. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. When I first heard the Black Griffin allegations, I just went, yeah, cool, Brony, probably guilty. What else am I meant to say? It's I've been following this community and these kind of dramas for so long. It's sort of like this foregone conclusion. You're like, yeah, sure, fucking weird Brony dude. Obviously. What, you mean he met his wife when she was still a teenager? Oh yeah, I mean, seems legit, right? And that's all most people ever really get out of this. Most people have not read this 300-page insane fucking doc that was put together by Fandont and friends. And to be clear, Fandont says he didn't write this document, but his fingerprints are all over it. His tweets are all over it. His arguments and positions are all over it. Now, it's important that Fandont didn't come into the Black Griffin fight originally calling Gabe a groomer. He came in calling Gabe a racist. And again, I think you can look at some of the old content that Black Griffin made, and this is true of plenty of creators, by the way, and go, nah, that's a bit racist. that's aged poorly, to say the very least about it. And at the same time, Gabe himself, seems to not be, hard leftist. I don't know what his political leanings are, but he's certainly not woke enough for the particular Has Been Hotel crowd, which is incredibly woke. And listen, if you like Has Been Hotel, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'll just be straight up, because I have actually watched Has Been Hotel now. At least I guess half of the first season, bits of the second half of the first season, and some of the new season. And I'll be straight up with you guys. I actually saw the pilot when it came out, and look, I listen. It's not Hell of a Boss. The Hell of a Boss has Brian Rogers in it and Brandon Rogers in it. and the voice actor for Invader Zim, and the first season of that is actually really good. But like the Hell of a Boss show, in my opinion, isn't very good. Okay, that's my stated position. I'll say, listen, I don't get the appeal of the actual show, and it does seem. I haven't got any of the tweets for this. It does seem the fan base seems to be in agreement over that, because the recent episodes are not getting a very warm reception. In fact, all I've seen is people bitching about how fucking bad. Listen, do you want to know the basics? Do you want to know the basics of like character development for somebody like Alistair? And this goes for like Gabe's new song, which we'll get to as well. Don't give your mysterious, overpowered character a backstory. Never, ever give them a backstory. Ever. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is writing 101. Never explain who this person... It doesn't matter. What matters, like, when you've got a character like that, it matters what they're like now. It doesn't matter how they got there. All you are doing is removing any mystique or mystery. It's fucking amateur hour. Fucking actual amateur hour. You are never going to come up with an answer that is good enough for your fan base, and you're only going to ruin a good character, and that does seem like that's what's happened. I will say though, first season, the Vox song, the like Vox Alistair duet, banging song, actually really good song, really like that song. Anyway, Lost in Worlds with the 10, might be jumping ahead a bit, but it's funny that Gabe make another Hampton Hotel song and that dug all this crap back up, but now that Gabe is a PDF narrative is going around on Blue Sky. Yeah, listen, I mean, the truth is that it's not. Here's what's weird about this. It doesn't really seem to be having any impact. The video is still doing really fucking well. It's irrelevant. You like, it just doesn't matter, because, and we'll get to why it doesn't matter as well. But it doesn't actually matter. These allegations, because of what the fan base is, because of a host of reasons, they actually almost just don't matter. Which again, I'm not necessarily in favor of. Like, you've reached a point through multiple people messing with this. Not me, by the way. Importantly, I'm not, like, nobody from the Has Been Hotel fan base is fucking looking at my shit. This is all down to the people actually pushing this shit. Have fucked it so hard that it doesn't matter, because the truth is not important, and we'll get to why. Archo, what's on the docket for Brenny Christmas? You seem to be spoiling us with Bonk Tank AP10. Don't worry, we've got things. Not listen, yeah, okay, I might be spoiling you a bit. Hoz with the 2, happy birthday Vance. So true, happy birthday Vance, happy birthday buddy. Axis with the 5, Hell of a Boss was better when it was trying to be an episodic, but the second it tried to have a problem plot and a long character arcs, it fumbled. Yeah, I lost interest in Hell of a Boss probably around the midway through the second season. I just didn't care. It was just really like, dude, again, you've got fun characters. Let your characters be fun. What's with all this melodrama shit? Cvance with the 2, fuck off, Oz. It's not my birthday. Why are you lying, Cvance? Elamats with the 6 shekels, bribery shekels, much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to. I'm sure that'll be in a doc somewhere that I'm sponsored by Israel. I can see Bonk writing it now. Anyway, where the fuck was I? Right, Bonk starts pushing these allegations. A doc comes out. Basically, Bonk fights with Claire. It's a whole thing. It's a whole fucking thing. And people like me who look at this shit and just go, yeah, probably, sure, whatever. I've seen Toon Critic enough. I remember Grizzly the Medic, whatever. And then the Saberspark stuff happened. And the Saberspark stuff blew holes in all of this for a couple of reasons. Firstly, Brony Fandont is an insufferable jackass. Which made people curious about a lot of this shit. And the Saberspark allegations were... Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. They were clearly false from the beginning. I'm sorry. They just were. Anybody who's been doing this as long as I have, you know how to read a document and go, or like a testimony and go, okay, this is fucking wrong. Okay, there's something seriously up here. And going like that pushed people to actually go through it. Fauci was, I think, the first one to actually start looking at the doc, and just found that there was no hard evidence for anything at all. The doc's a mess. Look, there is probably a world where a very strong Black Griffin document exists, and it is probably about 5 pages long, and it probably largely focuses around kind of him being cringe and a little bit gay when like 10 years ago. Like that's pretty much it. I'll be honest with you. And part of the problem, and we'll get to some of this later, is, you know, Bonk's fighting with people in commentary, and none of us are married or like hardcore tied to any of our positions when it comes to stories like this. Because some evidence could come out tomorrow about fucking Black Griffin or Saberspark or anything, and it's very easy to go, wow, fuck, man, like, dude, I got to this point of kind of believing you're innocent. That's fucked up. I'm annoyed. You lied to me. I'd be more fucking angry than I was before. Like, yeah, of course. And then you just flip your position. It's not really hard as a commentator. The reason Bonk thinks it's hard, and again, we'll get to that, is because Bonk is married to this. This is his fucking personality now. This is all he has. It's why he can't stop, and we'll get to why that's funny. Valji, please, for the love of all that's holy. C. Vance, happy birthday. Opblog with the 2, happy birthday, Vance, our special boy. So true. Anyway. As of today, Brony Fandont has returned to Twitter. He has returned to us. The Messiah cometh. After months of this shit, after months of time away, and I'm just going to be honest, I'm going to probably say this a few times, and I want to be crystal with people. If Brony Fandont gave a fuck about victims, he would be gone. He'd be long gone. He'd be like, I can't do this. Like, clearly I am just hurting any story or narrative that could possibly exist. I am a detriment. I am a liability. I am a freak. Goodbye. I'm done. I will never speak again on these topics. But he can't do that because this isn't about Black Griffin being guilty. It's not about the victims, quote unquote, either. It's about Brony Fandont. That's the reality. It has always been about Brony Fandont. It's about his fucking ego and his need to be the center of the attention. Just like, it's so obviously about your need for attention. Lost in Worlds with the 5. I'm a fan of a lot of shit that the internet hates, but it's all good because all fandoms and hatems suck, and no one's opinion really matters. I mean, there's a lot of truth to that. Baron with the 5. The closest thing that an op antagonist should have to a backstory are vague allusions to what they are. The Judge in Blood Meridian. I don't think I've seen Blood Meridian, but yes, I agree with you. You keep that shit mysterious. Do you know what you don't keep mysterious, though? These stickers. These stickers you've earned, like, right off the fucking bat. Guys, you're fucking killing it tonight already. We're not going to have chat on screen because I need to do a lot of reading, okay? But thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. I'm blocked by Bonk now because I shared Claire's post. Also, apparently there's a new doc people trying to spread on Blue Sky. I can send it to you. Oh, fucking shit, okay. Keith, thank you for the 5. Darioglo Eyes. I've definitely said your name wrong. I'm not even sorry, but I am very grateful for the 5. As funny as it is to clown on Bonk, reminder that his constant breakdowns wouldn't have happened if Sophie didn't give the keys to the liquor cabinet. That is also very true. That is also very, very true. Thank you so much for the 5. Okay, I'm getting like, dude, I'm getting so many messages. This is fucking such a busy day. Okay. Anyway, I have a lot of tabs to go through. Let's talk about how this began. Let's go back. Let's go back to October. A mere 7 days ago. Fucking shit. Okay. Gabe released a new song. It's a new Has Been Hotel song. It tells Alistair's backstory. He sings in it. It has done very well. I don't know how many views it is. It's like, God, how many views is this fucking thing? Hold on. Let me mute this tab so I don't get, like, hit or anything. But it's like, dude, it has blown this up pretty fucking badly. Everyone's just lost their minds over it. How many views? It is at 3.4 million views. Okay? It is at 3.4 million views. And, dude, the haters of Black Griffin have lost their fucking minds. They are completely fucking broken. I cannot believe it. The irony is, it seems to have had no issue. Like, dude, this is what I mean. The fucking accusations against Griffin just don't matter. They make no difference. Dude, you've run this into the fucking ground. I'm not doing this. Like, listen, I do not have 3.4 million views on any of my videos. I don't have 3.4 million views on my fucking tweets. Okay? It's not the work, and it's not like me that's causing this, Fandont. Like, how delusional are you? Lost in Worlds, remember, for 7 months at Coping. Oh, I think that song isn't canon. I mean, it isn't canon. Vizzy Pop's come out and said it isn't canon, but that's irrelevant. It's completely fucking irrelevant. It's a fucking fan song. Like, dude, Brony Fandont's weird fucking roleplay isn't fucking canon. Doesn't mean he can't do it. Dude, there has been Hotel fandom. Like, it breaks my brain. There's something about this shit. Like, widely, it's become known as one of the most toxic fandoms. It's constantly purity testing people. And it's split between people who are, like, on the really prudish side and the people who are into all this weird porn. And everyone's calling each other fucking groomers and pedophiles in it. And at the same time, the actual, like, Has Been Hotel stuff is super weird. Why is everyone's backstory either that they were a good person who was wrongly sent to hell or, like, didn't quite deserve it? And why is, like, what does Vizzy Pop mean by half this shit? Why is everyone in hell gay? Like, I don't know what is going on with this fucking show, bro. I'm not even trying to do media analysis here. I don't care. I'm just fucking confused by it. Dude. I've spoken about Vizzy Pop on this channel before, but like a year ago or something. And the truth is, having seen the state of the animation fandom, I think I feel more sympathetic to Vizzy Pop. I've heard lots of things about Vizzy, but I'll be honest with you, dude, who fucking cares? With half this shit, dude. If you think they're toxic, look into My Hero Academia. Yeah, true. I love demonology. Vizzy doesn't know shit. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, we're not doing another theology lecture, but anyway. So, after the song came out, Fandont went into fucking overdrive. Had to talk about it. Had to come back. Had to start playing Hero again. And we got a long... Look, there's a lot of reading involved in this stream, okay? We're going to be reading a lot today. Hey, JFA, how you doing, buddy? A kind reminder that people who claim Black Griffin is innocent require you to believe the messengers are all conniving demons. That's actually, again, that's not true. That's not true. Brony Fandont is a conniving demon, okay? KP is a conniving demon. But if there was solid evidence, that wouldn't change anything. They'd still be... I mean, again, like, nothing's going to change the fact that Brony Fandont leveled false rape allegations, okay? Or platformed false rape allegations, I should be clear. It doesn't change that fact. But if he had hard evidence, and I've said this from the beginning, it would change the situation. All fandoms are cringe, stop being sheep. True, Gilded, thank you for the show. Internet adjacent with 5. In fairness to Vizzy, the show takes place in hell, and it certainly feels like you're in eternal torture when you watch anything about it. Fucking that is actually true. Based. something that doesn't change anything about what Black Griffin definitively has done. Now, we'll get into this, because what has Black Griffin definitively done? He's married Claire. That's it. That is all Black Griffin has definitively done. I'm sorry, that's just the reality. That's just the reality. There is testimony from Destiny that he sent her a dick pic. And we'll get to that as well, because I'd like to remind everyone again that the timeline that Destiny presents of Black Griffin sending her a dick pic, it would be impossible for him to do so. It would be impossible for him to do so. The Snapchat story. There's nothing untoward there. It's just a creator in the mid-2010s having a Snapchat conversation with a fan, which was pretty fucking common at the time. This Dorothy person, like, she drew some fan art and for Black Griffin, and Black Griffin said, "Oh, that's nice. Winky face. Oh, the winky face is grooming now." Dude, one of the, like, claims that Black Griffin was flirting with Claire was, like, he had a, like, licky face or something. And it's just an emoji with their tongue out. The doc contains things like, oh, he quote tweeted Shane Dawson at one point. Fucking what? And I mean, again, I'll talk a bit about the DeviantArt stuff in a bit. But, like, the strongest thing in it is the DeviantArt stuff. And by the way, it's not that fucking strong. Gabe is autistic and was involved in cringe fandoms. A lot of this is just somebody who was involved in cringe fandoms. And, I mean, when we're talking about the DeviantArt stuff, we're talking about something that happened 15 years ago. And that spiraled into some insane fucking accusations. We'll get to that. Or, like, Gabe dressed up as a minstrel or something. I mean, again, aged badly, but... And you know what's frustrating? Is if it was one of those things where that was the only accusation, it might have some legs, but Fandon's like, they don't even care about the racism stuff. You're accusing the guy of being a pedophile. No, I don't. I don't. You've upped the stakes to such an extent. It's kind of like, listen, it's kind of like if somebody goes to you, like, yeah, so we found this person, he basically exposed children to radiation and conducted experiments on him. But he also, like, I don't know, what's an equally irrelevant thing? He also said something homophobic once. Trying not to give the same examples. He said something homophobic once. Okay, well, listen, sure, homophobia, bad. I agree with you. You seem to be claiming that he murdered children, though. I kind of care more about that. Once you've got an accusation like that, no one's going to care about the lesser accusation. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't mean anything. My dear Wormwood, why would I watch a horrible show when I could read Mr. Lewis's work on Our Kind, your affectionate Uncle Screwtape? True, Baron. Thank you for the 5. Dude, I'd watch that show. I really hate Has-Been's writing. Thank you for the 2 beans, guys. Yeah, look, I think a lot of people do. I just don't think it's a very entertaining show. It's certainly not for me, but still. I'm on too many cold meds for this BF sucks. True. Thank you, Jack Walker, for the membership for 10 months at Coping. Becky, he bought Girl Scout cookies. Oh my god, yeah, he bought Girl Scout cookies, so he's grooming. This is the problem. Most of the accusations are just insane fucking nonsense. It's all, there is 300 pages. If your 300 pages is mostly bullshit, why is anyone going to believe any of it? Why? I don't get it. Not to mention the weird fucking proclivities Brony Fandont has. Their slandering shouldn't matter, we didn't lie. Fandont lies all the time. He just lies all the time. And the way that he lies is, firstly, he just makes shit up. We'll get to some of that in a minute. But firstly, he just makes shit up. Secondly, he is constantly wrong and never apologizes for being wrong, never retracts anything, never withdraws anything. He is provably shown to be wrong multiple times and continues to lie about it. He lies about Saberspark. Constantly. I don't know what like. Again, this bro, like, bro has such an ego on him. He cannot face the fact that what he is doing is wrong. He cannot be the villain. We'll get to that as well. Racer with the 5. I don't see what's so bad about Has Been Hotel. I've watched the first episode on Amazon and thought it was okay. It gets worse. I thought the same thing. It gets worse over time. I think that's the problem with Has Been. And the part of the problem is the pilot is so strong, and the first season of Hell of a Boss is so strong that the Amazon show is just very weak in comparison. Here's my big problem with Has Been Hotel. For any of the Has Been Hotel fans in the stream who are like, you're slandering the show that I love, I'll be honest with you. The angel demon plot is very, very fucking boring. It's very, 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 very boring. I cannot stress enough how much I don't care. I don't care. If that show would be about 1,000,000 times better if they took out all the angel stuff and just focused on the demons in hell. Maybe had one angel talking to like Lucifer's daughter as they negotiate. That would be like, it would be a much better show. And you could then expand that angel character and make them more dimensional. But also has way too many fucking characters in it. But Heaven is Evil 2, Becca. I mean, yeah, dude, I don't know. Dark Souls did it. Fucking... Dude, it's like everyone... Okay, this is a hot take. Berserk has done so much fucking damage. Berserk as a manga has done so much fucking damage to like everything constantly. Like, we need to blame Berserk more. Dude. Cartoons are for children. Grow up. I mean, this is a cartoon made for adults, Gilded. Thank you for the 2. Gilla with the 5. Disney cartoon that takes place in hell. Great premise, mid-execution. Anyway. Okay. Oh, God. Back careful. Listen, I like Berserk. I like Berserk a lot, okay? It's not as good as Biomega and Blame. Blame is the best manga, fight me. But, like, there are a lot of people who've clearly read Berserk and really like Berserk. I got blocked by him on Blue Sky, even though I barely use it. Probably because I told SKL, the victim Courtney was a bitch to, that he was unreliable. Lamal, thank you for the 5, Dario. Guys, thank you so much. Please enjoy this large pile of stickers. Holy shit, you guys are fucking smashing it today. That's incredible. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Let's fucking go. Rayso Fred with the 5. What I expected from the pilot and the actual plot seemed very different to me. Also, people getting offended by it's very funny. I don't get how. I don't think it's offensive. I think it's just like, it's not as good as Hell of a Boss. So for those of you who are like Visipop fans, I'm like, Hell of a Boss is fucking, like, especially first season is great. Pinko with the 2. Some of the songs are bops. The Vox song's really good. Anyway, listen, we're getting off topic. Look, I've had to watch Has Been Hotel, so it's on my mind. Anyway, Black Griffin met his wife when she was barely a teenager. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's actually true. I don't think that's true. And he was a full adult. He was around her every year she was a teenager. They worked cons together. They met like 8 times outside of conventions. She was Michelle's friend. There are eyewitness testimony that Gabe thought Claire was fucking annoying. There was multiple eyewitness testimony of Gabe being like, this chick is fucking annoying. Okay? He lied about only being around her and another minor when other adults were present. There is one occasion where Gabe was on his own with Michelle and Claire at the same time, and it's the video in the woods. It's the only time. Axis with 10. You know what, I'm actually kind of tired of the church and God are actually evil trope. It's overplayed and obvious and guaranteed in almost every series where the church is even at all present. Dude, yeah, listen, don't worry about it. I think it can be done really well. Artemis with the 2. The Homestuck plot was actually, do you know who does it? Do you know what did it really well? Unironically, Dark Souls 3 did it really well, okay? Because it wasn't like like, you're like, the church is evil, but there's actually a really good reason why the church is the way it is in Dark Souls 3, and why, like, the religion has, like, gone that way under the Pontiff. Really, really, really actually very, very clever subversion. That you only really understand with the DLC. Absolutely great work. Anyway, Bernie Fandont, he was caught flirting with a third, separate minor over DeviantArt, also when he was an adult. He tried meeting up with her. We aren't sure if he did so successfully or not. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is verifiably a lie. You can see where the conversation breaks down. We'll talk about some of the DeviantArt stuff when we get there, but this shit is just a lie. Now, I want to be clear about the DeviantArt stuff. The DeviantArt stuff is easily the weirdest shit in the entire document. But it's also like, so I did a bit of digging, and it turns out that there was a bit of a trend around 2010 of basically playing your, like, OC and being, like, overly romantic in comment sections. And because Gabe is a massive fucking autist, he seems to have mirrored this. And you can look through the comments in the DeviantArt stuff and see he's not approaching this fucking person. She's approaching him. And Gabe has the social fucking awareness of a brick. DA back then was very weird. Yes, it was. There's multiple fucking shit about it. Like, again, it's weird. It's not grooming. In fact, actually, there are comments about how this person never got to meet up with Gabe. Fandont has seen these comments because they're in the fucking document. He's just lying here. The claim about the DeviantArt stuff, let's just be ultra fucking clear about what that claim is. The claim is that Gabe, while working in the military, planned to meet up with and move in with a 14-year-old in China. Does that sound mental to anyone else? And that he planned this in the comment section of DeviantArt. He publicly planned, according to Fandont, to meet up with and move in with a 14-year-old. Yeah, sounds fucking crazy when you put it like that. Rather than the far more reasonable explanation that Gabe is a giant autist and was mirroring the comments that were being sent to him by this, by this fangirl. And actually, if you look at people like Justin Bieber, for example, or like the boy bands in the late 2000s, early 2010s, you can also see fairly inappropriate conversations. Like, do you remember all the shit around the Jonas Brothers? Do you guys remember the shit around the Jonas Brothers? Like, South Park did a fucking episode around this and how weird their fan interactions were. And they were weird because people who were making content were not interacting well and hadn't really worked any of this stuff out of what was appropriate or not. Because they're all giant fucking autists on the internet. Get with the 5. Toss my hat in on the has-been. I like to treat it like a like Warhammer. Sometimes the media is good, sometimes the media is abysmal dog shit. Dude. Oh, what's the thing that happened in Warhammer recently? The Terminus Decree? The Terminus Decree? And it's that the Grey Knights have to fight the Custodes if they resurrect the Emperor. It's like the dumbest thing you could possibly put in the law. Makes absolutely no fucking sense. And the Grey Knights would get ruffle stomped into the ground. Yes. Like, again, has-been isn't like fucking unique in this way. If the DeviantArt stuff, or hell, if like any of this stuff was within the last 5 years, you might have an argument. But we're talking about stuff that in some cases happened a decade and a half ago. Does that twig with anyone? The fact that these people have had to A-log this guy's life for over a decade and a half. Longer than that, by the way. To find instances which are slightly suspect. If this guy is a groomer, if he is a menace, do you not think that going back over a decade and a half of his online life would probably show a bit more than a couple of fucking comments on DeviantArt? Does that not twig with anyone that, maybe this is fucking crazy? Like, does that not seem unreasonable? Now, apparently there's another victim that Fandont is, like, touting. But the problem is, the well is so fucking poisoned now. And you've got to contend with the fact that things like AI are being used to, like, actually just make shit up. What you need is something that's incredibly hard. Like, if you just post a screenshot or some shit, you got fucking nothing. You need, like, a live pull-up of some, like, fucking DMs that are categorically cannot be denied to be from Gabe. And that's the point that fucking Brony Fandont has put people in. Absolutely fucking insane shit. Okay. Oh. Where are we? Homestuck pilot was ass. There was Homestuck. Oh god, I heard about that actually. Gilded with the 5. I imagine Has-Been Hotel fans are the same people who sit and watch Dora the Explorer with their hands wrapped firmly around their wee-wee. Jesus Christ, Gilded, thank you for the 5. Baron with the 5. My favourite comment about Has-Been Hotel Season 2 is from someone on the farms comparing what happened to Alistair to iDubbbz. Fucking hell. Cap with the 5. Toss my hat in with the Has-Been like Teresa. Okay, yeah, we read that one. Sorry. Just another dude with the 5. Tinfoil hat time. Fandont was probably quiet all this time because he left for Argentina so he can make slander of people without legal repercussions. It's a nice reference you got there. That's a nice reference you got there. It'd be sad if something happened to it. Spring with 5. I think the church is an evil trope is common because people do have religious trauma and there are many stories of Christians not doing as they preach. Yeah, dude. I mean, again, I can't fucking disagree with that. That's pretty reasonable take. Oh, dude. I said we'd talk about the DeviantArt stuff later, but, well, we will a little bit anyway. He worked with creators of Billy Bustup to mudsling against everyone calling him out and lie about what they said. That is also... Okay, the Billy Bustup document is bad. The Billy Bustup document is bad. But when he says mudsling, what he means is they pointed out that Sophie apologized. Sophie apologized! Sophie apologized. This is like, I don't know what to tell you. Sophie apologized. Sophie, like, openly to all these people openly talk about their mental health issues. And I'm sorry, at some point, it's like, you need someone sane. If I came on stream every day and said, guys, you know, I'm really schizophrenic. I sometimes hallucinate and hear voices. By the way, here are my theories. It might discredit me a little bit. Do you know what I mean? I keep that shit to myself. CID with the 5. My issue is if the accounts of the doc are actually Gabe and not a fan account or parody account that were around back then. So, the accounts in the doc, at least to the best of my knowledge, are Gabe. There are some things around that. So, for example, like, a lot of the shit that Gabe said, especially involving this stuff, wasn't actually Gabe saying it. It was directed by Michelle's mother, who was his manager. Who is terrible at optics, by the way. Fucking unbelievably bad at it. As for some of the other stuff, a lot of it just comes down to internet in the 2010s. That's it. If you go back on plenty of people's accounts back to the mid-2010s, the shit that was put out was incredibly fucking cringe and weird. The internet was just different. And for a lot of people... Even those of you in your 20s now, you are too young to remember what the fucking internet was like. You're just too young. Like, again, like, let's take 4chan as an example. Like, let's take 4chan. People were liking Shadman. Yes, up to 2016, people were defending the guy who was drawing lolicon art as a free speech thing. Let's take 4chan. 4chan is full of posts of people posting gore, lolicon, bestiality because they thought it was funny. If you did that now, even on like trolly fucked up websites, people are like, what the fuck are you doing? The internet's changed. That's just the reality. If you go back on old Tumblr, do you guys remember the shit that pool is closed due to AIDS? Yeah. Do you guys remember what Tumblr was like? Tumblr just had rape comics on it. Like, these were mainstream My Little Pony rape comics. It was just very different. And, like, it wouldn't be acceptable now, but Gabe's not doing it now. And this is another problem with the doc. It's presented as though this is a constant and recurring problem that's leading into the modern day. There's just no fucking evidence for that. What you've got is a cringe brony from the 2010s, and you're talking about stuff from, like, the early 2010s. And again, that's for the stuff that, you know, happened. That we can go, oh, cool, he did comment on a DeviantArt post. That's not including the insane allegations which have no fucking, like, evidence. The Destiny stuff has no evidence. If Destiny was groomed by Gabe, if Destiny knew and was constantly aware that this is the person who sent her a dick pic when she was 13, why was she fucking tweeting at him as a fan through the early 2020s? Why was she engaging with him positively? Why doesn't she have more DMs with him from the 2020s? Where she's like, hey, do you remember I'm the girl you used to, like, DM when I was, like, 30? Why does none of this exist? I just don't believe it. Classic Kid Rock with the 5. The problem with Has Been Hotel and Helliver is twofold. The fan base is stupid and the writers don't know what they want to do with the series. I mean, that happens with a lot of series. Keep with the Moth, with the 2. So I'm blocked on Blue Sky now too. Lamau based. Okay. He worked with Greats but a bust up. He got a minor to dress up in stereotypical black attire and do a stereotypical black accent multiple times with them on camera. A minstrel show. Listen, again, once again, a solid amount of time ago. But sure, if that was your only accusation here, maybe people would be, like, more interested in it. But you're jumping from, he's a fucking monster who tried to groom a child to, hey, dressed up. That's a bit racist. Do you not see, like, the issue? Gilda with the 5. I tried to fight the normie scourge, but the normies won. It always happens. In response to the ongoing civil rights movement against constant prejudice, beatings, and killing, he defensively made racist posts. He felt attacked personally by black people not wanting to be attacked. This is like all the Black Lives Matter stuff. Again, with your other claims, just who cares? He made the argument that racism wasn't real, because some white people, like, do you see how quickly we move into, like, fucking racism? He liked far-right conspiratorial and bigoted posts. He liked Candace Owens, I think. That also tended to be baseless. He sent legal threats to many people with the only intention to scare people into silence. We know this because none of them went anywhere, despite his demands not being met. He DM'd my underage fans. He DM'd his underage fans to privately tell them everything he's done isn't true. And that's not all. That's the first time I've heard that. The fuck? I didn't even catch that the first time I read through this thread. What? Also, just because nothing's happened, yes, a cease and desist is a very particular thing. It's a prelude to legal action. The question is, like, with any legal action with this, yeah, where's that, Fauci? I've not heard this before at all. Is this going to be the new accusation? Okay, whatever. Fuck me. Fandont just like, yeah, no, I'll just throw this out. It's fine, whatever. Okay, so here's the big thing with legal action. Legal action is expensive. And generally speaking, is only really worth it against an individual if you can actually recoup something. What the fuck are you going to sue out of Destiny or Bonk? None of these people have everything. They're both e-begging constantly. They're both, like, dude, they have nothing to take. This is their life. What's he going to do? Fucking claim their Twitter handles as victory? That would be very funny, actually. But... like, again, I'm not saying, I don't know whether Gabe's going to sue people. In the same way, I don't know whether Saber's going to sue people. I've not asked them. You know? But I'll say this. Like, some of this stuff takes a long time. Never say never. None of the things I've mentioned just now are alleged. That's what is known. Jesus Christ. And isn't even the full extent, only a bare bones retreading. Debate the rest if you really think it's necessary. These things, however, all happened. All horrible, zero consequences, not even an apology. Again, where the fuck is this then? What's this DM'd underage fans? Like, what? And also, again, we know that he didn't meet up with her. This is just a lie. Also a lie, by the way. Dude, unbelievable. He's accused of sending pictures of his penis to 2 separate minors. One of them isn't anonymous. We know who she is. Also, let's talk about that with the Destiny stuff for a second. Because Destiny, like, one of the constant defenses of Destiny is this. If Destiny wasn't telling the truth, why would she come out publicly? Why would she put her name to this? She didn't. She was doxxed. Which is bad. And actually, like, I don't know if she was even doxxed. She was just outed as that being, it was her that was doing it. Like, she was like, her, who it was, as in their Discord or online personality, as far as I know, was, like, revealed. So Destiny, much like Emily, wanted to come out anonymously. It's not like it's not something to your benefit of going, well, this person's public. Yep, because they were forced into the public. The other, we know for certain he DM'd on Snapchat. Already inappropriate. Again, I don't disagree that it's inappropriate, but it was the mid-2010s. To do with the minor fan, some of the messages we do see from her to her were also inappropriate. None of the messages are inappropriate. None of the messages to this fan are inappropriate. They're just fucking fan interactions. Brony Fandont thinks they're inappropriate, but again, this is a guy with a skewed, like, idea of what appropriate is because he's constantly defending drawn cartoon fucking porn of underage characters. I don't think you're in a position to say what's appropriate or not, Fandont. You're a freak. Dude, the things that are accused are backed up by the things that we already know. There is no world where Black Griffin, Gabriel Brown, isn't considered a predator, a racist, and a liar. It's not assumed, it's fact. You can physically see it. Some will just tell you the sky is red. I've read the doc. I've read the doc! I will not be returning to Twitter. Go to Blue Sky instead. If you're trying to show people what he's done, I recommend linking the document directly and not my posts. Self-appointed Griffin warriors will claim I linked it, so it's wrong. Just don't give them an inch. You're all over the document. Brony Fandont is all over the document. He is in contact with every single person involved in the document. He is the one pushing these fucking allegations. And it's why, again, we're going to get into what Fandont's be talking about at the moment, but Fandont, let's say just hypothetically, yeah, let's say Black Griffin is a predator, hypothetically. If there is a new victim, quote unquote, that has some ironclad evidence, all Fandont has done is just throw mud on them for his own ego. Because now, if new accusations come out against Black Griffin, they have to be scrutinized to such a level because Fandont is involved. Fandont has to be involved. This is his life. And I'll say it again. When you do shit like this, when you are basically leveraging victims for your clout, Fandont. If their accusations are true, and people don't believe them, it is on you. Fandont has done more damage to victims, not just in this story, but in any story on the internet now, than anybody else I've seen in quite a significant time. Because what happens when somebody comes out with a rape accusation next? I remember the same Spark shit. Yeah, what about the next time we get somebody presents me with accusations like this? I'm going to be way more fucking skeptical than I would have been before. Because I've seen what this shit looks like. Also, any new victims have to wade through the noise to even be heard. Yes. He refers to Dorothy, the person who got a winky emoji, as a victim. A fucking winky emoji was enough to make Dorothy a victim, apparently. He says this to Lazy Bedhead. It's in the fucking document. Hey, a cigarette. I thought this was going to be a short stream, but we're an hour in and I've read like 6 tweets from sitting here ranting. I'm just so fucking... Dude. That's unbelievable. We live in a real fucking hellscape. What magical time to be alive. And then we get to the new tweet, which is added on. Fuck it. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm back, bitches. Well, welcome back, buddy. Now, I should point out that Fandont's not had it all his own way. I know that he sounds very confident right now. But things haven't been going well for little Brony Fandont. And the first thing I'm going to direct you to, I'm going to go all the way over to the other side, is we're going to talk about some of his tweets from his other account, Gila Hyena. As disgusting as they are, I can understand someone deciding to just go all out on being evil and not trying to be a real person anymore. But I can never understand people who don't bat an eye to anything actually important, who then get mad at petty nothings like it's the real tragedy. What's crazier is if you give a shit about the important stuff, they might actually step in just to try and relegate you to their nothing stance. They don't care about the most extreme things that hurt people or anything in between, only about talking down people that understand the reality. He has been posting this insane shit on this like for months now. And it's not going well over there. Are indie creators called Indians? Never, this shit was not it. Never cook again. Sad face. Bro, no one cares. And I cannot stress enough, like, how fucking pathetic some of this shit is. Life is too hard, and I never asked to participate. I don't want to struggle for the opportunity to maybe feel decent. I don't want to feel so dependent on other people while also constantly feeling like I'm too much of a burden. I don't want to feel like I'm always failing them when they need me. I don't want to struggle financially every fucking day. I don't want to feel bad buying something non-essential because I feel I need it to make me happy for a little bit. I don't want to work jobs that make me miserable just to be slightly better off. I don't want to know everything I can't do. I don't want to see the world getting more and more cruel. I don't want to feel responsible if I look away. I don't want to know how powerless I am to help people. I don't want to know how little I can save myself. I don't want to watch my friends suffer. I don't want to lose anyone. I don't want to feel unwanted. I don't want to feel too needy. I don't want to guilt people into talking to me. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to feel unaccomplished. I don't want to feel like every time I try is useless. I don't want to worry my friends. I want help. I don't want to try. I don't want to live. I don't want to kill myself. I don't want to feel pain. I don't want to want. I just want to feel better. Could you, like, you are an adult. You are an adult man. The fuck is wrong with you? Can you, like, get a grip? Like, I'm not even trying to mock you at this point. Oh, not at this point in the stream. Can you actually get a fucking grip? Do you not see that this is, like, you're not well, bro. I don't want to work a job, says it all. True, Archer. Thank you for the 2. This is not right. You shouldn't be posting stuff like this. Get yourself checked into a fucking mental health hospital. I'm so for real with you, Fandont. I know you won't watch this because you're a fucking coward, but I'm so for real. Go and get some professional medical help. You are not well. You are not well. I'm in a bit of a desperate situation, hopefully for the last time. I don't want to just ask for money again, but I don't have much of enough value to sell besides this. I won't sell it for less than $200, and I'll sell it to the highest bidder by Halloween. If you're interested, please let me know. Bro is so desperate for money. Dude, I'd give you $100 just to do an interview with me. I said this before. It's like, no, you wouldn't follow through. I've always followed through when I've offered to pay people for, like, interviews and shit. I will absolutely... Dude, the offer still stands. 45 minutes for... Actually, I won't say 100 now. You've lost that opportunity. $75 for 45 minutes. Okay? You sit in a call with me for 45 minutes. I'll give you $75. Oh, dude, this is just fucking sad, man. Selling your fucking nightlight, bro. The fuck. Okay, here we go. Wootmaster, and again, Griffin's a groomer, but it's absolutely fine that Bonk remains friends with somebody who dated a pedophile, who he knew was a pedophile, and has constantly been outed for drawing fucking like art of underage characters. Now here's the problem. And Fandont doesn't understand this because he can't, because it makes him the bad guy. We'll get to it. The art that Fandont is into is fucking weird. More weird than that, by the way, is how much of it he posts. I'm just giving you a short section here. Through October, he was posting like not safe for work art all the way through. Look at all this shit. This is all like fucking art he has had commissioned of his character fucking like raping through like mind control the bunny and fox from Zootopia. Fandont needs to get help and touch grass. Jesus fucking Christ. True. Do you know what else is true? The fact that you guys just hit the goal and you get some fucking stickers. Let's go. Dude. Please enjoy the stickers. Please enjoy these stickers. Sticker cleanser for 2 seconds. Dude. You're still here. You're still here interacting with Woot going, I don't understand why everyone thinks I'm so weird. And it's driving him fucking insane, by the way. It is legitimately driving him crazy. Now, around the 1st of this month, Black Griffin released his new song. Bonk went completely fucking insane. I was doing better for a while there. Don't get me wrong. My best days, I'm still depressed. But I wasn't feeling this sharp push of anxiety and dread. The overwhelming sensation that people are more likely to be genuinely evil than even neutral, and fighting it only makes them louder. I don't believe some people are redeemable. There are people in this world that are who they are, and will exclusively make everyone's lives worse the longer they are there. I'm not a violent person. This isn't a threat, and I'm not telling anyone / wouldn't tell anyone to do anything. That's funny. That reads an awful lot like a threat. Dude, that reads an awful lot like a subtle call to action, doesn't it? But it would be nice if the world was a little safer. I'm not telling you to do anything, but wouldn't it be nice if things were safer? Huh? Huh, guys? That kind of reads like a fucking threat, doesn't it? Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this song from Black Griffin. And let's talk about why Black Griffin, like, there is even the hate against Black Griffin that's as extreme as it is. Because it's not because he's a fucking groomer. Black Griffin fell out with Vizzy Pop and did it very publicly. That's it. It's a very dedicated fan base. And they fucking hate him. They hate him. On the other side, there are people who support him because they hate Vizzy Pop. That's the reality. Because all of this is tied up in the Hasbin Hotel stuff. You know how I know this? I haven't got any of the tweets up, but this is one of those things where I'm just like, you can just go and look. Okay? Go and look at the tweets calling out Gabe. It's always, oh, this person wasn't even Alistair for too long. He's always trying to reclaim Alistair. He's not Alistair. He's like, and he fell out with Vizzy Pop. And Vizzy Pop's fucking tweeting, fans, like, it's a fan song. Nobody knows what the canon is except for people working on the show. This is all about fucking Hasbin Hotel. It is all about Gabe's fallout, like, at least from the wider Hasbin Hotel fan base. It is about their fallout with his fallout with Vizzy Pop. That's all this is. And that's also why the grooming stuff doesn't work. That's why it's got no traction. It's why it's not impacting the song. It's why it's not impacting Gabe's YouTube channel. It's why it's not impacting any of the other shit. It's because everyone's deep down motivation is Gabe was addicted to Vizzy Pop. And regardless of what like you think of Vizzy Pop or what I've heard about Vizzy Pop, I can see that argument. He probably shouldn't have made the fucking like goodbye song or whatever the fuck it was. It probably was a stupid thing to fucking do. He burnt his bridge with Vizzy, like, out of his own pride. Probably was incredibly fucking stupid. And yes, it's a very rabid fan base that was obviously going to turn on him. That's exactly what fucking happened. Now, the other side is, there are like two contingents to this whole thing. There are the people who like the current show. This is why I've talked a little bit about it. And there are people who like the pilot. And these are actually, probably at this point, two separate fan bases. Fizzy Pop is overhated. Lots of people are. There are the people who like the people who like the pilot tend to gravitate towards Gabe's stuff. In fact, there are people I've seen people tweeting about it since the new episodes about Alistair came out, where they're like, this fan fiction backstory is better than the one in the show, because Gabe is like going off like what he feels, or like bits, I guess, like bits from the pilot that they were talking about at the time, something like that. Seems to be the impression I'm getting. But it's just fan stuff, who cares? I do not give a shit if they continue to call me being suicidal manipulation tactic or a plea for sympathy. You make me want to die. It is genuine and it is due to you. Thanks. Again, I don't get this stuff. Like I've said before, I don't want Bonk to die. I don't care either way, by the way. Like, I'm not, like, positive or negative on it. Bonk's death would have zero impact on me. Like, I'm completely apathetic to it. I do think it was a play for sympathy. You know, partly because he stopped on the bridge and cried and waited for help to come. There's a fucking insane bit on that stream. Like, he live streamed himself walking to a bridge, and when the emergency services didn't get there quickly enough, he just sat down. There's a part where a cyclist pushes past him. Like, just completely like, dude, but the cyclist's just busy. It's like, listen, can you just move a bit? As he's lying there crying in the fucking street. He got banned from Twitter. He got banned from Twitch, sorry, for suicide baiting, and then fired up a live stream on Twitter. Yes. He cut the stream right when he was about to dox himself. Yes. When they asked him what his name was, that's when he stopped the stream. If he was truly suicidal, why would he care? He had enough wherewithal not to, like, give his name out to the fucking paramedics, didn't he? Yes. I think you were fucking baiting, Fandont. I'm saying that with my full chest. I think you were fucking baiting. Again, I don't want you to die. I don't care. But yes, I think you were baiting, and I think suicide baiting is fucking gross. I do want you to know... Okay, laugh and accuse all you want. I don't care if a single person believes me. Well, that's good, because I don't think anyone does. I just want you to know that I do blame you, because you are responsible, and you know that already to some degree. God, the fucking victim complex. You probably enjoy that knowledge, but I prefer to think the guilt will one day hit you and never stop. Unlikely. It won't. You won't gain a conscience, but I can hope, for now. The people... Dude, this is so fucking pathetic. The people this was for are so bad at what they're known for that they instantly made up a different purpose to the claim. I don't even... I don't know what I meant to do with that. I don't even know what you mean. I think I'll be fine. I just need to not return to the nest. That's gone well. I was doing just fine until I poked my head back in there. It really is night and day. Please, if you haven't already, leave Twitter. Blue Sky isn't perfect, but it's comparing apples to poison. There's nothing there worth your time and health. Like, Blue Sky has had endless controversy. I saw somebody ask on Reddit ages ago. I don't think I ever addressed this. Because, I think on our bio it says, like, proudly banned from Blue Sky. And they were like, how do you get banned from Blue Sky? How'd you get banned from Blue Sky? What did they do? And the reason it's on our bio is because the reason we got banned from Blue Sky is legitimately funny. We made a Cope and Seethe Blue Sky account, and we called it Cope and Seethe YT. And there was one post on it. It was like, hello gamers or something. And that was it. That was the only thing. And then we got banned. And we couldn't work out why the fuck we got banned from Blue Sky. So we did some digging. And the reason we got banned from Blue Sky was because there is another Cope and Seethe account on Blue Sky that is hyper right-wing. I don't know if it's still there, but it was hyper right-wing. It was like posting all these Trump stats and shit. And Blue Sky admin banned the wrong Cope and Seethe account. That's the only explanation. Because there's no way this fucking crazy right-wing account was going to survive when we got banned. They just banned the wrong one. That's why it's funny. Do you know that there's a Blue Sky subreddit that they try and discuss to get people to join? They have recruitment threads. What the fuck, bro? Like, yeah, again, it's just, I just think it's funny. Blue Sky has its own problems. There's a lot of like weird shit on Blue Sky, and it's still not woke enough for some fucking people. And the truth is, it's not doing that well traction-wise. You just can't replace Twitter. Even when Elon... Like, again, I'm calling it Twitter, even though Elon's like, it's X now. No, it's not. It's Twitter. And shut up. Finally. Okay, we'll get... So, Fandont... Here's a really important thing with all this. Fandont has said for ages, I need to take a step back. What's important are the victims. But what happens when Gabe releases a new song? Fandont has to be involved. He has to come out with the allegation. He has to be at the fucking forefront. Finally, some good news might be coming. Can't say more than that for now, but wanted people to know, hope isn't dead. Something I very, very much need people to prepare for is, however, is this. There will be people who contributed to everything that will try and act like they were just tricked, or that there wasn't enough information for them to be certain at the time. Don't fucking buy it. The people who defended and continue to defend both Black Griffin and Saberspark can't make up for it. They can't. If they don't even try to take some genuine responsibility when it becomes less popular to support them, they aren't worth respecting. Do not let them play dumb. Some, of course, shouldn't get out of this, no matter what they do. Namely, the people who've actually worked to fight for a pedophile, for no reason. I don't care if they appear remorseful. They don't get to say sorry. You don't just get to say sorry your way out. Just get to sorry your way out. There we go. But those who bought their shit at least need to do the bare minimum. Dude, the fucking moral frogging. Access with the 10. Blue Sky is a garbage platform. I think the Elon stuff legit made people forget that Twitter was a terrible platform before him. Blue Sky is made by ex-Twitter people. Yes. Again, part of the problem I think for Fandont as well is like Fandont treats all like this like it's all part of the fandom. But I was never a Saberspark fan. I was never a Black Griffin fan. Someone asked me on Twitter actually today. It was like, oh, because someone was saying, oh, everyone defending Gabe is just a Billy Bustup fan. I'd never heard of Billy Bustup. I still don't really know what the fuck Billy Bustup is. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know what the fuck it is, guys. I've never even looked at it. I was like, okay, it's a fucking platformer thing. It reminded me of Ukulele, right? That's all I've thought about it. I'm just like, I don't care. It's probably not my type of game, right? It's not Dark Souls or like some shit. Like, what have I recently... I've just replayed the whole of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Like, like, the way Fandont looks at this is like, no, they need to take responsibility. Like, you can't... That shit doesn't work with people like me because I'm, you know, self-admittedly just a villain on the internet. I'm a commentator. I make drama content. I will say this: I get on well with Saberspark. I like Saberspark as a person. I enjoyed his King of the Hill video that he did recently, and I speak to Saber every now and again. You know, after everything. That's about it. I don't think I've spoken to Claire since all of this happened. I might have had one conversation with her. It's like it. I didn't go into this being like, oh my god, I'm gonna get to talk to Black Griffin. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I'd heard the Insane song. That's it. I didn't even know he'd sung in the fucking... I didn't even know that he'd sung in the fucking pilot thing. I had no idea. Not a fucking clue. I'm not married into a tribe. I don't do media analysis. I'm not going to conventions and shit. It's not my bag. Again, I didn't know who BG was because I don't do autism music. Sorry, yeah. I just like talking about brony drama. I think it's funny. But like from Fandont's perspective, there's always this thing, like it's always everyone else has to take accountability except for brony Fandont. That would be just too much. So like basically, I said this in response, which is basically what I've just said. Obviously, at this point, having gone over the doc, no, I don't believe that BG is anything more than weird like most bronies. But good work throwing mud on any possible future allegations or victims, quote unquote, you clout chasing loser. I really cannot stress enough how much of this is Fandont's ego and need for attention. He's been crying for months about the loss of engagement and how everyone is mean to him just because he likes porn of underage characters. If he cared about victims, he wouldn't be back, which is completely true. Like, this is him here. Brony Fandont on X, the master documentation of Gabriel Brown. Here he is, in the fucking comment sections. Like, this is another post. Like, dude, he is the source for this. He knows he is the source for this. This is what he wants. Oh, there's something I missed, actually. Where is it? Where is it? Right, okay, I think it's this one. So right now, Griffin's Squadron aren't seeing the success they used to, and that's very clearly making them sweat right now. I'd show screenshots, but honestly, that's more of the attention they crave, but aren't getting right now. I have them saved for later, when it won't help them even slightly. But more importantly, I think Griffin refusing to leave his blink and you'll miss it has-been attachment. Look, here what we are. Even Bonk notices it. Even if he doesn't realise what he's fucking noticing, has only served to bring more awareness towards everything he's done. And like I've said, the has-been fandom has largely had Destiny's back. She matters more to this community than him. I don't believe this for a fucking second. Listen, no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. That's the reality. Most of the fandom don't even fucking mention Destiny. They mention Claire. In fact, I don't think I've seen a single post through all of this. I could have missed them, but every single one I've heard has been about Claire and his relationship with Claire. I just don't think I've heard anything about Destiny. Because no one's read the fucking doc, Bonk. Things are moving behind the scenes, like a character not voiced by Griffin says. Stay tuned. Again, this is Fandont. Don't worry, guys. Something big is coming. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Like with the Saberspark allegations? Again, he's back teasing this shit because he needs the attention. That's all this is. It's all it's ever been, and it is fucking pathetic. But everything's not bright and shiny in Bonk's life. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, oh no. Bonk is having issues of his own. Ask for the full DMs, or don't pretend to know the full story. I'm tired of people manipulating information and acting like they have just been through a tragedy for being told it isn't okay that they put me through infinitely worse. The only reason I won't do it myself or specify to those who don't know about this is because because stupid infighting is why Griffin isn't done in this industry already. Those who know, I'm telling you not just to take things out of context. I'm not getting more involved than that. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what he's referring to. I wonder what could be going on behind the scenes. Fandont came back. Which demon let him out of his cage? Good question, Rotting. Wasn't me. Oh, dude. There's a new doc. And it's on Sonic or some of the other people involved in this, okay? So, I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen this doc. It was produced by Doodlegin, who hates me, understandably, because I've been really mean to them, okay? Like, full disclosure, I think it's fine for some people to dislike me in this. I think it's completely reasonable. I have not been particularly kind to Doodlegin. But Doodle Jin is a full-on Gabe is a groomer believer. And they used to interact pretty positively with Brony Fandom, very positively, which is how they came to my attention earlier in the year. There's a lot of like internal drama in this little fucking like cross drama within this community. A few of the people who are in my comment sections are involved in this, and I'll be honest, I don't know enough about it, and I don't listen. I know some of you are watching as well, and listen, I just don't really care that much. I'll be honest. I like, again, no hate. It's just it's a little too obscure even for me. Okay, I would give this advice: leave each other the fuck alone. Stop it. So it really shouldn't be this serious. Okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Both sides accuse the other side of stalking. I don't like. I feel like a teacher being like, guys, can you just go to like the separate sides of the fucking room and chill out? Okay, is that cool? Can you do that? That's my opinion, having not read the doc, and I'm probably not going to because I don't care. But I hope it's all resolved for you. Okay, like that's just where I'm at. I'm just trying to deal with other things as well. Okay, so this doc was produced. Now, importantly, this doc was not particularly nice about Fandont, and Fandont freaked the fuck out. Freaked the fuck out. Came into Doodlejin's DMs, and we're gonna have a read through these because they're all in order. Doodlejin's provided them for Falgi, and they are fucking crazy. So I think one of the big things to keep in mind through all this is Fandont really wants people to stop being mean about his weird obsession with underage drawn pornography. He's like, it's not that big a deal. I don't know why everyone's making it a big deal. Why is everyone calling me a freak? Why am I the villain? Dude cannot take the fact that this hasn't stopped. I think he just expected everyone just to like forgive him and then he'd be the hero again. That's what he wants, because again, this is about his ego. So this is from Fandont. I think you've documented a lot of important information about Sonic and others who've defended Black Griffin. But you claim some insane things about me, and I believe you're doing a lot of harm by implying Saber is innocent. I haven't read the doc, but if they're implying Saber is innocent, based. It's nice that we've all reached the point where we can accept that Saberspark is fucking innocent. At least we can agree on something. Based, awesome. The only thing that I'm going to demand you change is the line where you call me a pedophile. This is something I will just not allow. I won't demand you take out anything else you say about me, but as someone who faces a small portion of their harassment, I do think it isn't fair of you to further contribute to what they do towards me. If you have questions or things you take issue with, you can talk to me about them, or don't, but I think it's unfair how you're currently going about things. I'd like to do what I can to showcase what you've documented. I don't need it to not be negative about me, even though I don't believe I deserve that. But there are things that cross a line, especially you calling me a pedophile and promoting Saber. That I can't endorse. If you do not want to talk this through or change anything, then I won't argue. I just won't message again. Bro is trying to get this person to change their Google Doc because they're so fucking ass mad. Dude can't understand that actually, like, liking pornography like this and openly promoting and defending it, yeah, people are going to call you a pedophile. Now, I'm quite careful about that word, actually. I'm way more fucking careful about that word than fucking Fandont is. I don't know if I'd call Fandont a pedophile. I think he's creepy, weird, and a freak, but I think the word pedophile is particularly fucking egregious. If you like, without like really strong evidence. That's been my opinion and stance for a very, very long time. Now, one thing that's notable though is Fandont is quite happy to throw around the word pedophile and rapist on basically just hearsay, just how he's feeling. So I've got no sympathy. I've got no sympathy. You live by this sword, you're gonna fucking fall on it. Not in the mood, dude. I'm separated. I'm separate myself from you. This doc is about Sonic, not about you. I just said I wanted to separate myself because you are gross. I still believe my friend regardless, but you along with Kate, I Love Kim Possible and Courtney Pete mess things up. Leave me alone! Duck Quackers member for 7 months at Coping. Watching you and Cyric's court case at busy night. Fucking tell me about it. Don't you ever... Thank you for the 7 months. So 7, by the way. That's actually really fucking awesome. Guys, it is so good to see so many people hitting those fucking big half-year, year-long fucking memberships. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your ongoing and continued support. Please like and subscribe and all that shit, okay? Or get a membership. When I actually release a video again soon, hopefully, I'm going to try and do one this weekend on something. I'm going to find a random topic and just talk about it. You will be read out at the end of it. We'll find something, okay? I'll talk about something. Don't you ever fucking do that and tell me to force it to do my doc again. I'm done. Fandont, you called me a pedophile. I'm not going to be okay with that, obviously. If you believe I'm the bad guy, I don't care. You are wrong, but I won't let you be another sonic phobia yourself. You should know better. Like I said, I don't care if you claim I suck and I'm the worst. But if you don't remove calling me a pedophile, I'm going to make sure you don't just get away with that. It's incredibly disgusting of you. Bro. Yeah, you're not going to get away with this. You're never going to get away with this. Doodles, Jen. Don't you understand? I'm Brody Fandont. I'm the only one who can defeat Gabriel. Fucking hell, bro. You're doing disgusting, evil shit. And you're deflecting and calling me awful for not being okay with it. Sonic Phobia does that. I am being unreasonably polite with you, considering what you say about me. You dehumanize me. I mean, to be fair, you do like turn yourself into an anthropomorphic animal. You kind of dehumanize yourself. I'm just saying, listen, Bonk is just sad that he doesn't have a rape eye, okay? Like, I get it. It's very difficult not having your weird rape powers in real life. Just wait for the dimensional merge. It's coming. You're going to be fine. I'm not even allowed to tell you it's wrong for you to claim I'm a literal pedophile without you acting like I'm inconveniencing you. You somehow... People like you are why Griffin didn't already get kicked from everything. You even helped Saber. I'm gonna be so for real for you, right? The reason Griffin is kind of like getting this like second look at the accusations is down to Fandont more than anybody else. I cannot stress that enough. It really is Fandont's fault. Far more than mine. I'd love to take credit for it, but the truth is that the views on these things reflect. I mean, earlier on, where was it? Aren't seeing the success they used to. It has 3.4 million views, Fandont. What do you mean? What do you mean? Where is this? Okay. I've not got 3.4 million views on fucking anything. I don't have 3.4 million views on my entire channel. I'm only just coming up to like, I think I'm 100,000 off 2 million views. In my entire channel, I don't have 3.4 million views. I didn't do this, Fandont. Nobody in the Has Been Hotel fandom knows who the fuck I am. As for the success we were seeing beforehand, I've said this a few times. In fact, I said this in one of my videos. An average video for me is about 40,000 views. That's average for the channel. And sure, the Saber Spark videos are both under 100,000, over 100,000 now. But like the jar video from last year is 250,000. Honestly, I don't like what, it's double my viewership? That's it? It's double my like normal views on a video? Again, my tweets are okay. They're not even my biggest tweets. Here's one of the jokes with like, where's Twitter a second? Let's just go down my highlights. We'll go through my highlights. I really want to drive this home. This is some of my old stuff. So like again, this is me talking about the Griffin stuff. 124 likes. 25 likes for whatever the fuck this was. I don't know. This was I can't remember. I think that's Rolling's drawing. But then let's go back to like the most successful shit we've done on Twitter. 4.1k likes. This like stuff like this, the Mr. Beast stuff. Like infinitely more. Where's like dude, actually dude, do we not have it like fucking highlighted? Okay. The shad list that we did. The shad list still gets likes to this day. I think it's like well into the thousands. The truth is, I have just worked bigger stories. This stuff, the stuff I've been doing this year, is really fucking niche. I've basically turned myself into like the fucking king of niche commentary in the that no one gives a shit about on the internet. That's it. If I wanted massive views, I would be talking about Ethan Klein. I've done one stream on Mizkif. Mizkif is the biggest story right now. I barely covered iDubbbz. I didn't cover fucking Pirate Software. I didn't cover YMS. If I cared about making a huge successful commentary channel, I'd just be hitting the mainstream stuff. I'm going to be so for real for you. I do crazy views if I'd just been doing that for a year. Willie just dropped a very good video on Mizkif, by the way. Yeah, I think I saw that in my recommended. If I'd been doing that for the last year, if I'd just been focusing on videos, on mainstream drama, like deep dive mainstream drama commentary, I would have a far bigger, more successful channel. That's the reality. Like, from Fandont's perspective, this is the be-all and end-all, but the majority of the internet does not care about this shit. Like, Reddit called me out for this. They're like, why is Beckett dragging this stuff out all the time? Because it interests me. I don't really give a fuck what other people think. I'm still talking about it because I still think it's funny. That's it. Fandont can't comprehend that because, once again, for Fandont, this is all about personal glory and clout. Also, very interesting that, like, Fandont's done this, and it's got 7 fucking likes. What's the quote tweet? Guys, this is fucking awesome. What? It's got 1... Dude. It's got 1 like. Who fucking cares? You don't even keep the channel money for yourself? Yeah, that's true. I am to start taking a cut next year, though. I'll let you know when. But yeah, up until now, I've never taken a cut of the channel income. I'm clearly doing just this just because it entertains me. Listen, watch what happens when I start taking a cut of the channel income. You're going to see a lot more mainstream drama. It'll be a lot more like, okay, cool. See how I grow that percentage cut I'm going to take. Watch me sell out in 2026. Holy shit. But this shit, it's people like you are why Griffin didn't already get kicked from everything. I'm going to be, again, so for real. Are we really saying that Doodle's gin is responsible for, like, Griffin still being around? How delusional are you? He's such a little spurg. Pinker with 2. Good job. Take some cop money. Thank you very much, Pinker. Much appreciated. You guys have all been massively fucking generous tonight. Thank you so much. And it is awesome. You're doing disgusting evil shit, and you're deflecting and calling me awful for not being okay with it. I am being unreasonably polite with you considering what you say about me. You are evil, you know that? Have this block, and have the day you deserve, you piece of shit. Because you call me a pedophile, you should be told to change it. Oh brother, I called you a Falcon. Like, that shit is gross, dude. Get over it. This is why I distance myself from you. Even after you decided you needed to throw me out of the bus, I DM'd that Ash account. They were harassing you at the time, and I told them to knock it off. They said they would, reluctantly. Look at him play the fucking hero. Feed the Jenny, she deserves gourmet. True. Thank you, Priestess with the 2. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a great day. Let me know so I can stop donating. Very hurtful, Arcani, okay? Even after you decided you need to throw me on the bus, I'll show you the screenshot if Blue Sky... I'd show you the screenshot if Blue Sky had the ability to send images and DMs. Okay, that's pretty ironic. Cool, thank you. But now you're no better. I'm not even talking about your shitty hang-ups over art. Your shitty hang-ups over art. How dare you say that liking Falcon makes you people some sort of pet? How dare you say that? That's a shitty hang-up. Fucking what, bro? I can't believe that people are dude, you spend all your time calling people like pedophiles and rapists. But when it happens to you, you can't fucking deal with it. God, it's the same as the Courtney Pete stuff. Absolutely fucking pathetic. I'm not even talking about your shitty hang-ups over art. You literally call me a pedophile. Straight out. Are you fucking kidding me? How fucking dare you come to me and say this? I spent 9 months dealing with Sonic constantly berating, harassing, dehumanizing me, and every single thing you can pull from the book. You can... I can tell you one thing. I am not that fucker by any means. I'm not a stalker that makes a creepy playlist of some guy because people hurt my favorite celebrities' fifis. Shame on you. If you don't care, then why did you say I'm fucking Sonic then? Again, I don't know enough about this fucking drama, and I super don't care. I can't, guys. I can't do it. Not even my autism will allow me. I don't understand how you think you're any better. Message me to force me change my fucking doc about them when it ain't about you. How are you any better then? You aren't just doing the same as him you aren't just doing the same as him to me. You're doing it the same way he did. Why are you getting fucking triggered over the doc about my stalker? But now you're no better. I'm not even talking about your shit. Okay, yeah, there we go. This is how he responded to every criticism. This isn't about you. And then finally, after getting blocked, he comes in on his second account. Dumbass, I've never done anything worth being mad about. The fuck, bro? Look, it's never Fandont's fault. It's never Fandont's fault. He's just innocent, guys. He's just a little guy on the internet. Dude. I am telling people to just post the link to the doc and not quote me directly. I am only linking your posts and not retweeting. Something no one but you can even see. Making posts upset about me exclusively detracts from getting rid of the pedophile. I'll stop liking... Like, you're complaining about someone calling you a pedophile while calling someone a pedophile. Dude, that has no self-awareness. I'll stop liking your posts if it bothers you, but I'm not going to pretend you aren't being an asshole. Just most importantly, keep the focus focused. I won't message you again. How dare you detract? How dare you detract? So yeah, Fandont's crying for attention. And that's why he came back to Twitter. Because again, like even on his post on Blue Sky, the things that only accused are a few, the things that are only accused are a few compared to the things that are certain. The things that are accused are backed up by the things we already know. Blah blah blah. And then Gabe continued silence and inactivity is the loudest. He hadn't done anything on Twitter since February. He doesn't do any on-camera videos on YouTube. Every 3 months, he puts out a song inspired from a game. Seeing this on my feed, I want to add my 2 cents. Even if he does say something, you or whoever is running this fandom account won't listen to this person. From my understanding, he did in the past. He did! He came out and spoke about it! Claire has come out and spoken about it. Michelle has spoken about it. Other people have given their testimonies of what Gabe is like. No one fucking believes them. No one listens to them. It is pointless for Gabe to say anything. You cannot silence somebody and then use their silence as a, like, fucking line of attack. Member for 15 months, Star Sprinter at Molding. Jesus, I think you're like my oldest Molding member, Star. Thank you very much. Crazy 15 months. You're still streaming about narcissists who don't want to admit they are wrong. It's still amazing entertainment. I know someone in molding has been here longer than me. Cheers, mate. Wait, really? Who the fuck's been molding longer than you? To be fair, I think someone converted their account to molding. And now they've got molding longer than you. But I think you are the longest legitimate molding member, Star Sprinter. Don't let anyone take that away from me. I genuinely think you are. Lion Convoy with the 5. Skip the food. Give Jenny WIDs as a treat. As a treat. Thank you, Lion. Thank you for the 5. And I find it telling how this fan person is, as he will defend Philly Clop. Is that what we're calling it now? Philly Clop? Jesus. Or someone who draws it, but will do a 180 on it if it hurts this singer, voice actor. Sounds like he is a freaking bigot, and someone who will sell out his own beliefs / person if it means something. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. In the document, there's claims that Black Griffin liked pornography of Sweetie Belle. So, again, I'd completely forgotten that was in there. So Brony Fandont thinks it's like a problem when Gabe does it, but when he does it, it's fine. What do we have next? Okay. And now we get to today. Star Sprinter with 5. Also, got to get you a pack of smokes. I am trying to get the partner to quit. Dude, now you made me want a cigarette. I'm gonna have a quick cigarette. Fuck it. Oh, dude. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Sat here reading tweets. How we doing, guys? Look, I'm not reading chat much because I'm trying to get through this. How we doing, guys? Everyone good? Everyone having a good time? Oh, fucking hell. We can't listen to people directly involved in this. We need to listen to Dipshit and the Schizo crew. Cope and Seethe, the Whitey. I mean, dude, I'll be honest with you as well. Like, one thing that gets said constantly is like, oh, all these people are fucking crazy. How do you deal with them? I'm also insane. Look at what I subject myself to. I talk about drama on the internet because I'm bored and I think it's funny. I'm also crazy. Never let them take that away from me, okay? I'm just as unhinged. Come and see. I use your streams to study. Just got done with the Templar one to find you live. Much appreciated. I hope you're having fun with them. The Templar stream was fucking banging. That was a great stream, dude. Off-topic Catholic question. Is it normal to tell your homies about whether or not you touch yourself? Not a joke. Someone is doing that. No, it is not. Unless your homies are your priest. In a confession box. Then, yes. You should confess that stuff. But other than that, no. What the fuck? Thank you, Live, for the 5. Well, I'm dying inside from Fandont Electro Boogaloo. Yeah. Beckett is a fascist. I hear that. You know the joke about Catholic priests? I do. Is it gay to kiss your homies goodnight? Depends where you kiss them. The priest tells you he's touching himself. Dude, shut up. I refuse to stop intentionally hearing Billy Bust Up as Billy Butt Stuff. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Fucking hell, dude, guys. Remember, it's not gay unless the balls touch. Yeah, I regret being like, chat, we can talk. Why did I do that to myself? I know what you guys are like. You are gay. Listen, I am bisexual. That is true. Okay. I'm not offended by that. Kind of true. Actually, to be fair, it was just my ex-boyfriend who was gay. Okay. I was just being supportive. Okay. Hey, I have a dinosaur fact. Nano Tyrannosaurus is real now. What the fuck is that? That's why you were married. Dude, I'm so hyper single. Bro, stationary name. Stationary name, it's been a while. Thank you for the 20. No hate to Star Sprinter. I am not illegitimate, and I am just molding quietly. Wait, stationary name been doing it longer than Star Sprinter? Fuck, do we need a molding off? Thank you so much for the 20. Let's fucking go. Dude, am I slandering stationary name? I am so sorry. Dude, you're both great. Light convo with the 5. Also, when we joining forces and doing Crusade against Templar? We'll do some more Templar content soon. Dude, that shit's fucking great. Wait, there's an adult dwarf T-Rex? Okay, that's kind of awesome. Hey, hold on a second. Let me open an iced tea. Oh, some Lipton iced tea. Pretty good. I should have shaken it beforehand, but it's fine. Oh, love an iced tea. Okay. Right, I'll get through this cigarette, and then we'll get back to today's. Hey, shit. Templar is boring, Becky. Listen, Hoz, you're just sad when I'm not. Like, Hoz just wants me to stream about Psy. Okay. It's Hoz's dream stream, me talking about fucking Psy scribbles. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, well, I've been giving Beckett money since he was on Twitch. True, that's when I actually took a cut. Well, I ran the channel on my own. Okay, oh, fuck, are we on stickers? What good time for stickers. Please enjoy these stickers. Much appreciated. I like when I get a sticker. It's always cute. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. You're absolutely fucking crazy tonight. Thank you, Bonk. I like the way he was like, I hope this helps. I hope this helps. I'm like, well, yeah. Has. It's based, Bonk. Thanks, buddy. I am very proud of all of you. Thank you very much. Okay. I want Beckett to play video games. I was actually going to do a gaming stream. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to play, but I will do a gaming stream soon. I've just played the whole of Vampire the Masquerade through, okay? I need another game to play. Okay, anyway. Right. Whew. This came out today. No matter what they try to tell you, Black Griffin support is not popular. Black Griffin is massively popular. He is a massive creator with 5.4 million views, who, after years, mind, how long has he been going? Since 2007. His oldest content is 18 years ago and has 92,000 views. His latest content has 3.5 million views. His most popular content is 142 million views. 141 million views, 85 million views, 56 million views, 42 million views. This is only a year ago. 30 million views, 24 million views, 24 million views, 18 million views, 18 million views. Black Griffin has more views than a lot of TV shows. Your lack of Drover gameplay makes me big sad. Oh, Sapient, DM me Drover. I think I know Drover. DM me Drover as a link. I'll take a look at it. 16 million views, 50 million views, 15 million views, 40 million views, also a year ago. 14 million views, 13 million views, 10 million views, 10 million views, 10 million views, 8.4 million views, 8.3 million views, 8.7. Do I need to go on? Let's just look at his latest. 3.5, 1.4, 250, 1.4, 400k, 2.5 million, 5.4 million. Million. Black Griffin is a massively successful content creator. This is just YouTube, by the way. This isn't even talking about other platforms he's on, like Spotify. There's a reason this dude owns a fucking plane. That Black Griffin spends his off time flying planes and shooting guns. For somebody who basically, like, makes cringe animation content. Like, in real life, seems like the dude is just like a bit of a fucking nerd who likes doing cool shit. I don't know what to tell you. Bro has a plane. Yes, bro is learning to fly. Magical, member for 10 months of coping. I don't remember how I ended up here, but it's neat. Based. Thank you very much, A7. Artemis with the 5. You could play Bloodlines 2 and want to game over yourself like me. I'm not playing Bloodlines 2. I just want to play Bloodlines 1. I'm not even getting it. I'm so sad about it. I'm so sad about Bloodlines 2, man. This is... Look, this kind of success after this long and still getting this viewership. Do you guys understand how rare this is? Like, Black Griffin must be in the top 0.1% of content creators on YouTube for longevity and success. I'm not even kidding. Base odds with the 5. Becca, I want you to finish rating the popes and play transphobic dice. Oh my god, okay, we're never playing transphobic dice again. I think, dude, now I need to explain what transphobic dice is. I don't care about that dumb bitch side, true. Okay, let's just very quickly, because Hoz has just referenced transphobic dice, and now I'm just going to get a lot of people like, what the fuck is transphobic dice? Transphobic dice was a game, like, we used to have, like, a lot of trans people when I did call-ins, because I've got a lot of trans people in my community. And we used to play this game where you'd roll dice and then everyone would guess which dice, like they'd pick a number and we'd roll dice until you'd get that number. And one of my friends, who was a trans woman, always used to lose at this dice game every single time. Every single time. So it became transphobic dice because she'd lose every single time. Okay? That answers the question. I'm aware of how bad that sounds out of context. Dude, I miss transphobic dice. To be fair, actually, it was only one trans person who lost all the time. The other trans people did really well. I don't... Anyway. So this one, yeah. More people understanding immediately how disgusting everything he's known to have done than there are people who think it was all normal. These people are not normal. Let's be completely clear about this. The reality is that most people don't even fucking care about the Black Griffin allegations. They care that Black Griffin crossed Fizzy Pop. That's what they care about. That's what they have always cared about. And that's why all the posts around this are referencing the fact that he wasn't Alistair for long enough. That he's not the official Alistair. That's it. That's the reality. Sorry. And that's also why Fandont isn't able to push this properly. It's why it will never have the fucking pickup. It's getting this pickup on Blue Sky, but the truth is, who cares? Because it's clearly having no fucking impact. I think one of the big things as well is, and I've said this a few times, the reason I don't do a Black Griffin video is because it's just not worth it. It's legitimately not worth it. It would probably be good views, but dude, it's a lot of digging through like schizophrenic lore just to put the video out, and frankly, he's doing fine, so who gives a shit? Yes, there are a contingent of people who think that Black Griffin is a groomer, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's the internet. Who the fuck cares? By the way, reason Gabe couldn't be Alistair for the official release is because he's not in a VA union, and they could only get union talent. Yeah, I said this earlier. Like the VisiPop stuff is like complicated. I think the biggest thing is like VisiPop probably should have talked to the people involved and told them that the show was getting picked up and they weren't coming along, and being open and honest, like in a way that doesn't seem to have happened. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. He tried posting his Five Nights at Freddy's 2 event pictures on his Instagram. It immediately, like him still releasing music, only led to people calling him out. He then locked his account immediately. This happened only within the last day. You will note that Black Griffin's Instagram account is not locked. Fandont's just an idiot. I don't even know if I'd call this a lie. He's just fucking dumb. This is apparently just what an Instagram looks like if you block somebody. This is the guy who's like constantly, why don't people believe the allegations? Why don't people trust me? You can't even get it corrected if an account is locked, bro. I said good things were coming, and I don't want to be vague, but it's required for the moment. What I can say is it's good things in terms of things turning around. It's not good when it comes to what is being revealed. This information is something not lightly shared, but you are going to tease it ahead of time. Exactly the same way that Fandont did with the Saberspark allegations. And every other allegation. You are actively fucking up the stories of potential future victims. Actively. I don't know what's in these accusations. They could be fucking ironclad. But I'll tell you this, I'm pretty fucking suspicious of anything that you're attached to. As is literally everybody else watching this. You have no credibility. You have been exposed as a liar and a lunatic. And anybody, again, I can't believe anybody, here's the question. If somebody's coming out with allegations against Griffin, can you trust somebody who goes to bonk with them? Who looks at someone like Brony Fandont and looks at the fucking shit show that was the last round earlier in the year and is like, yeah, this is where the new allegations need to come out. This is the path, guys. You have attached yourself and instantly discredited whatever's coming out. It is now an uphill battle for anybody bringing out anything new. You're an idiot. You're an actual fucking idiot. And I hope, for your sake, the allegations are false. Because if they're true, if you're about to bring out something true, and you finally found that piece of evidence, and you've attached yourself to them, that is one of the fucking... that's actually one of the most fucked up things you could have possibly done. And you've done it entirely for your own fucking ego. Absolutely insane. Absolutely fucking crazy. The information is something not lightly shared, and the parties involved need to be sure before they come forward. So while I want this to happen sooner, please be patient. It's not up to me. Doesn't this sound familiar? Isn't this what Fandont was saying about Emily when all the stuff was going wrong with the allegations against Saberspark? Isn't this almost word for word the same shit? Oh, please be patient. Please be patient. I don't want to push anybody. It sounds like you're pushing people, actually. I say this every time. Please go to a nationally recognized organization that will help you with the resources, law enforcement, and therapy, not the internet. I cannot stress enough, if you have serious and legitimate accusations against not just Black Griffin, but against everyone, go to the fucking authorities. Go to the authorities. Have them investigate it and keep it off the fucking internet. These are really serious allegations, retard. Him teasing allegations for clout is disgusting. It is. It's gross. It's gross, unironically. It's fucking clown world. There are two separate things that are less likely to happen, but could end this in an instant. One is ongoing, but wheels moving slowly. The other is just being requested now, but the person it involves is unlikely to respond for a few days. I don't want to get hopes up. These are unlikely. You sat there vague posting about allegations. You've learnt nothing. This is exactly what you did last time. Fandont hasn't changed. And again, look, here's my prediction. I think whatever he brings out will turn out to be utter bollocks, because that's been the pattern. Absolutely fucking crazy. And then Fandont came back to Twitter, because of course he did. Now this person's like, so again, something got posted out with, like, this is Scott, I guess, with Black Griffin. Scott, I'm begging you, get some sort of background check guy. So, like, are we forgetting these allegations were spread by this guy, Bernie Fandont, not OP, the same dude responsible for painting Saberspark as a rapist earlier this year? I'm not defending Griffin fully, but there's a genuine chance nowadays that he got framed like Saber did. Yeah. Funny how that works. The worst thing that happened to Bernie Fandont was this catching the attention of the wider internet. Because people are talking about this within the Hadsman fan base, but, like, nowhere else. And whenever it breaks containment, you have to contend with the fact that the document is shit. It's not even Scott, that's MatPat. I don't know who MatPat is. Wait, is MatPat the person, like, attached to, like, the backroom stuff? I think I saw his... I've been watching a lot of backrooms content recently. I find it really... I find the creator of, like... This is a total fucking tangent. The guy who's, like Kane, or whatever his name is, who's doing the backroom stuff, is, like, really fucking interesting. Really interesting. That's a fucking creator who's really interesting. MatPat from Game Theory. I never watched Game Theory. I'm sorry, guys. I never watched Game Theory. Becky, you're doing a phallogy. I can't know everything, okay? I can't know it. Listen, I know a lot about obscure brony lore and, like, bits of, like, deep internet stuff, okay? If it's mainstream, I probably don't know about it. Shut up. I told someone else's testimony of what happened to them. I do not regret it. I still believe her. And even if you don't believe her, painting me as a liar doesn't make sense. I never claimed it was anything but testimony. You are constantly calling Saberspark a rapist. That's you claiming that that's you claiming that it is a true statement. You are lying. This is a lie. Fando, you're, like, constantly caught in 40. There's a thread somewhere, you'd have to scroll through my Twitter for it, of me just listing all the little things that Fandont has said that are lies. Because he lies all the fucking time. Saberspark, however, undeniably defends Griffin. Saberspark, if you remember, originally claimed the testimony was entirely made up. This is also a lie. This is you lying, Fandont. What Saberspark said in his original response video was that he never assaulted anyone. He then talked about the allegations and where they were coming from. He never said Emily didn't exist. He never said, like, there's no one I had sex with at some fucking... He never said that. You can go back and watch his response video. This is a lie. Once again, Fandont, you are lying. That's why no one can trust you. Every time you attach yourself to anything, you lie about it. You have to be so fucking careful with shit. Only after her identity was revealed did he start defending what happened. That's also a lie. He said, I did not assault anyone. Very simple. He should have known who this was about. He confirms events happened. Why did he originally lie? He didn't. You're just lying about what happened. It's insane as well, because you can just go and watch Saber's response video. I don't... Like, again, Fandont relies entirely on the fact that nobody else will go and look into this. God, this must be killing him as well. Like, nobody's paying attention to any of this, except for me. The only person invested in the Bernie Fandont story is me. And you guys, obviously. By the way, hi lurkers. How you doing, lurkers? Hope you're good. And VOD watchers. Here is everything you can publicly look over for yourself about Black Griffin and the people who help him. It's a 300-page document of information with citations. People will link videos and say, debunked. All that I ask is that you look for yourself. Fandont, importantly, won't even watch my videos. Bro cannot bring himself to watch the videos that have been made. It's too difficult for him, guys. Fandont won't even look at the evidence. He admits to it. He admits to it constantly that he gets everything about me and what I've said secondhand. Wow, Becca, I see how it is, lol. Sorry, Falji. He's coming, like, he's upfront about it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you can't even watch the videos, how can you claim that I'm lying? Like, it's important to note as well, he made up, like, an entire story about what Claire said. He was like, yeah, Claire said that Sophie Scruggs, like, forced her to, like, like, Sophie threatened Claire to, like, pet her snail. Doesn't that sound ridiculous? That's not what Claire said. That's not what Claire said. You just lied about it. Again. And in this thread, I list most of the things Black Griffin has done. Not allegedly. He's alleged to have done more, but these are the things he has done, without a doubt. Fandont lies all the time. I cannot listen. I've got almost nothing else to say other than Fandont lies. Constantly. Actually, we'll come back to this one. I want to do this quickly because Fandont did a Q&A thing. Asked me a question. If it's just trying to insult me, don't be surprised when I block you. Internet Adjacent said, so you're willing to be interviewed by creators like me or no? Because I'm totally down, lol. You aren't a creator. Like, the people being talked about aren't the point. My point is how you are, how you present this. With that, and you not being able to not understand things, are why you are not a good or reliable source for information. And if you're not, then what's the point of anyone watching? Fandont is so high on his own supply. He's like, no. I don't need to talk to any of you. You're not real creators. You're not real people. You're just here to, like, make content and lie about things. Look, I can do both. I can make content and be honest, and do solid research and be mean to you. It's great. It's a whole smorgasbord of options I've got for myself. So I put this out and I want to talk about it. The biggest issue with anything Fandont touches is that he is completely incapable of admitting he is wrong or at fault. It's why the doc is such a mess, because it's built entirely on confirmation bias, stripped of any possible nuance or context. So, like, let's just take this one. This is the Shane Dawson section. Shane Dawson has been widely known to be a pedophilic racist his entire career. This video highlights it in about 50 minutes in, covering a thread involving Shane's pedophilia. The kind of person no one who has any kind of moral should associate with, let alone invite to go flying. You know who has, though? Gabriel Brand. I can't remember exactly what this was. Shane used, I think, one of Gabe's songs or something, and Gabe quote tweeted him. That's it. It's a quote tweet. That's the evidence for this one. Like, this is what the doc looks like. This is Dorothy's story. After the Snapchat story came out, she started looking back through her own interactions with Gabe, and as it turns out, he shipped himself with her OC and would send her winking emoticons, despite apparently knowing she was 11. That's also a lie. That's not true. Can I talk about this? Why was Black Griffin talking like this to me when I was fucking 11? And if you guys are wondering what he's replying to, it was a drawing I will recreate I made of my OC and his OC chilling and arguing. And he goes and says, ships 11-year-old's OC. Not what he fucking said. There's no evidence that he knew the age of this fucking person at the time. This person drew fan art of her character, who looks a lot like fucking Griffin's pony character, and Griffin's character. Like, it's basically what Gabe was responding to was basically what appeared to be a gender swap of his own character. And hey, I'd ship it is a very common phrase in the brony community. Haha, very nice, XD, although technically I was never in the army. I was in the Navy, winky face. Good night, by the way. This is grooming, apparently. A public tweet on fan art that's sent to a creator. Like, I don't think I've ever looked at the fucking profiles of any of the people who, like, have fucking, like, drawn fan art of me. I don't check. I'd ship it as in every fandom, yeah. Yeah, you're right. This is insane nonsense. Why doesn't anyone believe the doc? Because it's crazy nonsense. This is from the Snapchat section. While there isn't anything directly flirtatious or explicit in the Snapchat messages in the video, it is still Gabe provably chatting to a minor, sending pictures and videos back and forth, and her trusting him enough to confide in him. Casual, personal, private chats like this should not be happening between an adult and a minor. I agree with you, but they were happening in 2015 when people were like experimenting with Snapchat. There are a huge amount of inappropriate conversations that creators had with their audiences through Snapchat. That's just the fucking reality. Doesn't make any of them groomers. And that's what the doc's full of. It's full of half pieced together accusations, and then Fandont says, it's 300 pages. It's 300 pages of fucking nonsense. That's the reality. I'm sorry, I've been through it. I don't know what to fucking tell you. All I can do is show you this stuff and go, listen, it's fucking bullshit. All of this is bullshit. And if there is anything legitimate, go to the fucking authorities. Go to Rain. I don't fucking know. But like, don't go to this fucking idiot. Even when it's shown where accusations don't make any sense / would have been impossible. I just clicked my jaw. Fucking hell, that hurt. Wow. I've got a wisdom teeth come. Has my wisdom tooth stopped hurting? Kind of a little bit. Anyway. Sorry. Distracting myself. Even when it's shown where accusations don't make sense / would have been impossible to have occurred, as stated, Fandont ignores it. Also worth noting that they have had to A-log BG's whole life and still have no smoking gun. Most of this stuff is from well over a decade ago. Now this is from the Destiny allegations. Destiny's allegation is that when she was 13, Black Griffin sent her a dick pic. Here's the problem with that. He could not have done this. It is impossible. It is worth mentioning that Gabriel Brown's voice work for LLP started in 2015, but he was in the fan scene and music scene well before that, or it's possible Destiny could have the date wrong. It can be hard to remember the exact year something happened after all. The BBU team, Billy Bust Up team, addresses this discrepancy as they doubt her, but it's also entirely possible she could have just misremembered. It's also worth noting you couldn't send dick pics in DMs until December 2013. Here's the problem. Not only could you not send DMs, pictures in DMs to 2013, but let's be crystal about this. If the accusation, like let's say it's off, well then Destiny wouldn't have been 13. It's like, unless Gabe is sending her a dick pic the minute he is able to send fucking images, we're probably talking later than 2013 as well. He's not even in the fucking he's not even on the show till 2015. And there's no record of their interactions from this old Destiny account. Nowhere. No one can find them. There's no tweets of his. They've scrolled through. There's no tweets of him interacting with this old account. There's no archive. There's nothing. This sounds like bullshit. And Destiny herself is interacting very positively with Black Griffin in later years, in the 2020s. And then suddenly just flips like a fucking switch. I do not believe this accusation. None of it, too much of it just doesn't make sense. And even when presented with evidence that the testimony must be incorrect. And here's the thing, when you only have testimony to go on, here's the problem with believable victim shit. If you only have testimony to go on, then that testimony needs to be like rock solid with no fucking holes on it, because you only have the credibility of the person that's giving that testimony. The minute like there's a hole in it, it's like, okay, cool, well, they're not that's a chip to their credibility. And there are lots of holes in Destiny's credibility of this. Same as Emily's. And again, I'll remind people that when people have... I've argued with people over other testimonies in defense of victims. People I think are victims, and no one fucking agreed with me in this fucking community. Like the fucking Kirsty stuff with Inabber. I still defend that Inabber was a piece of shit towards Kirsty, and I say that the stuff involving his dog and her was abusive. I fought with multiple people. I think I fought with the whole of Now Recording over this. Nobody wanted to hear it. So it's not like I just never believe women. I never believe victims. I've defended Amber Heard, for fuck's sake. I DM'd you new tweets. Holy fuck, hold on, let me have a look. Let me have a look. Dude, I have so many fucking messages. Oh my god. Okay, we'll go back and we'll have a look at his Twitter in a minute. Even when Fandont is presented with evidence that he is wrong, he will not admit it, cannot admit it. This is ignoring the insane pit involving DeviantArt, which has spiraled to claims Black Griffin met up with a 14-year-old in China and lived with her while touring with the Navy, rather than the far more likely explanation that BG is a cringe lord autist mirroring in a comment section. The truth is that like, again, it's that Occam Razor thing. You just go with the fucking simplest explanation in a lot of these cases. If Black Griffin was grooming minors, why are there not more interactions like the one on DeviantArt? There's just this one, and you can go through this interaction. In fact, I encourage you to do so. It is Black Griffin posting something. This, like, 14-year-old from China comes in, comments on it, Black Griffin responds. The way the 14-year-old comments is overly, like, familiar. And it's this relationship meme shit. Which apparently was a thing on DeviantArt. Now, okay, I should be very clear about this. Somebody told me about this. Which was this, like, somebody, like, mentioned it in one of my comment sections. And apparently Sai's spoken about it. I don't know if that's true, but Sai, for those who don't know, used to be an admin on DeviantArt back in the day. So if anyone would know, it is actually Sai. That's, like, I'm being so for real right now. Like, Sai would actually know. And apparently, in 2010's DeviantArt, there was this thing of, like, memeing your relationship, like, relationships between, like, your OC characters. And that seems to have been, like, a thing that was happening in comment section. Again, like, AI, like, references it to me. It's, I haven't dug deep into it. But it seems like that was a bit of a thing. Gabe just mirrored that language when it was presented to him in a comment section. It's fucking weird, but it's DeviantArt in 2010. This is a decade and a half ago. If Gabe is a groomer, why are there no more comments like this? It doesn't make any sense. Most importantly, there is a point where their interactions stop. When this person starts to get, like, overly real with Gabe, in fact, they post their email address, Gabe doesn't respond afterwards. It ends the contact. In fact, we know that Gabe stopped talking to this person and was not in contact with them and never met up because this person references the fact that they'd never met up. Like a year or so later, we know this didn't happen. Fandont is once again lying. It is a very cringe interaction, but it's a decade and a half ago, and it's on DeviantArt. All the interactions on DeviantArt are fucking cringe. I need to like drag up some Encyclopedia Dramatica stuff on DeviantArt because, like, I don't think some of the younger people on the internet realize what DA was like. DA was fucking insane. It was a highly inappropriate website. Kid touchers aren't exactly known for only having one victim and no more. Yeah, and the truth is that if he was really grooming somebody in the fucking comment sections, why are there not more examples of it? Because these people have been trawling for, like, years now. This is it. Gabe's an autist. I'm sorry, that's just the reality. And as we can see here in this fucking dude. As this Reddit comment and the one below it details, part of the reason she had deactivated was because of problems with her love life. Though, as the deleted Tumblr post she links to describes, one of the main issues was being a guy she kissed who was 26 and married, so Gabe wasn't the specific one referenced in the Tumblr post, unless he also lied about his age and marital status. It's like, bro, you've got, like, evidence that this isn't him. You're still like, oh, but maybe it is. And this is the problem. The document is bad faith. Any evidence that is presented that the narrative is incorrect, it's twisted into, well, it must be this thing. It could be this thing. What about this thing? Oh, well, we don't know, but it suggests this. It's so incredibly fucking bad faith in every element that it is just completely impossible to trust it. And it's like this for all the fucking allegations. And again, like, Fandont complains, but the person who's done the most damage to the fucking Black Griffin allegations is Fandont. He caused this. No one else is responsible to the extent that Fandont is. Not Sophie Scruggs, not KP, not Courtney Pete, not Amy. Brony Fandont. And once again, if there are real victims, Fandont should actually, do you know what? Dude likes accountability. I hope he understands the damage he's done. Bro deserves the worst. Something I've always felt worth repeating is I'm not really on a side. I actually started all this calling Saber autistic and saying BG stuff could have legs. Then I read the doc and learnt about the people behind it. My stance hasn't changed. Hard evidence, and I'd move. I said that so many refuse to acknowledge that he's done nothing but damage this situation. Yeah, because he can't. His ego won't allow him to. This is a tweet from May that I put out. And this is in my big Saber thread from May. And that's not even getting to the why of all this, which appears to largely be due to the Black Griffin stuff. And while I've heard mixed things, that may have legs, but shit like this discredits anything else you put out. How fucking right I was. I literally started this drama thinking that the Black Griffin stuff was probably true. And again, you can see how I act, because I'm not overly defensive of DA Games. Because there's definitely stuff in the DA Games allegations, which I've seen, and I'm like, fuck, okay, I can see kind of an explanation for that. But there's also so much shit there that I'm like, oh, dude, I'm not going to stick my fucking neck out. Right? There's enough there that if you want to be like, Will Ryan's a weird freak, I'm like, sure. Have at it, bro. Like, I get where you're coming from. That's why I've never done a big defensive DA Games. Now, at the same time, like, there's not enough there for, like, I don't know if I call Will Ryan a pedophile. In fact, I know I wouldn't call Will Ryan a pedophile. I would, however, call him a fucking idiot. I guess we can confirm that Jack's Blade has not changed their mind on their friend, despite the multiple new victims who have come out since their initial defense of the groomer. And once again, we've been through the doc. There's just there's no smoking gun. You are calling someone a pedophile. You need hard fucking evidence. Not, oh, well, there's 300 pages. Most of it, by the way, so much of the 300 pages are fucking bonked tweets. It's actually crazy how much it's just like interactions of the Griffin hate group. It's insane. Don't even know him, but ooh, TLDR, there was a Bronies React fan series, and all the besties in charge of it are awful. Griffin, Saberspark, AC Rate Best, and Jack's Blade in that order. What did Saberspark do? I could give a short answer now, but a far more in-depth answer is coming soon. This is April 6th. This is Brony Fandont teasing allegations that turned out to be false. Much like he is doing right fucking now. Shocking, I know. Oh, where's Brony's thing? We'll have a look at these new tweets. Okay. It was so nice to be supplied to us. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Okay, dude, there's so many. Let's just go for this one. This is all to internet adjacent. If your allegations were a slam dunk against Black Griffin, people like me, Falji Beckett, we wouldn't be making videos on why you're insane. You seem to only consider someone a content creator if they drink the Kool-Aid. I guess I should really trust their words more, as reputable sources. Obviously, you've been overdosing their Kool-Aid, so that must mean they're right. We show evidence, Bonk. I'm sat here showing evidence from your doc and explaining why it's bullshit. I've done this repeatedly. Like, Bonk doesn't even know what's in my videos. Would you... again, nothing will convince this guy because he's already made his mind up. Oh my god, okay. What happened with you and KP? I don't know much about her, other than she was working on a video about Saber and had personal experience with him worth sharing. That's a lie. Fandont, that's a lie. That's a lie. Another lie for Fandont. Do I need a counter? KP was working on a video about DA games. Courtney Pete, who you approached, or at least one of the group did, I believe Sophie Scruggs, approached to make a video about Black Griffin. You then sent victims, quote unquote, to KP, including Emily. You were very, very involved. This is a lie. When me and S were approached about Emily's situation, neither of us felt like we could handle taking on, so instead, I mentioned that KP was working on a video about Saber already. That's not true. Saber was mentioned in the video, but it was about Chris. You were trying to make it about Saber. Later, KP out of the blue told me to post the testimony prior to the video. There was no discussion about this before, but I wanted to do what I could to help Emmy, so I did post it. Also not true. There were discussions about this. It's in the fucking DMs. You posted it early. You have massive DM conversations with this woman. After that, KP uploaded her video. It was poorly made, to put it mildly. Anything of substance was buried under gags and behind strange tangents, and that's catnip for people who just want to laugh at people, so suddenly everything became a joke. No, Fandont, you started a circus. You cannot blame people for turning up and laughing at the clowns. It's unfortunate for you that you're one of the main clowns. I still felt bad for KP's harassment up until she started threatening Emmy and blaming everyone else for how her video was made. Oh, dude, the lack of fucking self-awareness. Insane. Looking back, what are your thoughts on the situation with Saber and Emmy? After the cat's out of the bag, what Emmy did and others junk she's done. I feel really bad for her. She doesn't deserve any of this. I don't understand how Saber could just go on with his days, knowing what he's done. Still calling him a rapist. Mostly Emmy, and now that she's also taking down videos and potentially already had legal action taken against someone, and that she was outed as a borderline horrible person, though Saber is still kind of a weirdo. I think you're making a lot of claims that aren't true. Oh my god. Blah, blah, blah. I'm very aware of everything that's happened. People believe Saber has proven his innocence, and I believe people are very easily fooled. Bro, Saber has infinitely more fucking evidence than you do. Absolutely insane. Like, no one can prove their guilt in Fandont's mind. Once again, he hasn't watched the video. He doesn't know what's in it. He hasn't watched either of them. His actions don't make sense. His original video contradicts the ones he got a random channel to put out later, a random channel, and doesn't exonerate him. How would you know? You haven't seen the video. You haven't watched it. You're too afraid. You're a fucking coward. I think people very confidently said Saber was innocent, and so many people decided it must be true. The texts don't destroy all doubt. They just muddy things, and that's his only evidence against her. She has no evidence. Emily has no evidence. It's not just the text messages, by the way. She lied. She lied in her testimony. She got things wrong. She lied. Yeah, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Once again, this is why you can't trust Fandont. This is why nobody's able to. This is why anything he touched turns to fucking dirt. I don't know why you want to believe Emily is anyway a manipulator. You're saying it like it's just something that's true. Bro hasn't looked at anything. This is so fucking bizarre. How has everything affected your mental health? Extremely poorly. Lamau. Okay, that's fucking funny. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Listen, that's just very funny. Like, that's just very funny the way it's put. So you haven't seen the Emmy Jones doc that it looks suspiciously like she's getting removed from YouTube and re-uploaded by various people that shows many times she has lied and trusted abusers more than her victims on projects like Sonic and Tails are. I don't think something looking suspiciously like her is the same as knowing. What? I don't think something looking suspiciously like her is the same as knowing. What? 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 Bro, your entire basis of these accusations is supposition and suspicion. This is insane. It's like there's infinitely more evidence against Fandont's positions than for them. Infinitely more at this point. But he dismisses it all out of hand. Again, he won't ever address any of the actual stuff directly. He can't go through it and actually start tearing into it. Because he's incapable. He just randomly asserts things and then just turns around and claims that's what everyone else is doing. It's a 300-page doc and it's shit. Could you imagine if I did that? Guys, I've produced hours and hours and hours of content of this, so I must be correct. I've produced so much content, guys. Doesn't that mean I'm correct? Isn't this a competition? I've talked for hours and hours and hours about this story. I actually do know more about this story than possibly anyone else. Maybe rivaled by Falgi? I know, again, I have looked at more of this story than I think any other human being on the planet. Again, with the possible exception of Falgi. And I know for the fact a lot of people making the videos you're seeing are manipulators, regardless of if Emmy is. People will confidently say things that are untrue or out of context. Insane. I'll send you Catholic shit posts after stream to calm you down. Please do. Oh, what's this? I think the answer to whatever you're trying to say is yes. What was it? You replied, I don't even know who that is, and that shows you have zero clue how to deal with this. What is this? Oh, this is the rain stuff. Is in response to what I said. I don't believe there's even a point being made. The implication that because I don't know about the organization, I am unable to hear our attempt to help platform potential victims is just not a good argument. It doesn't matter. I want to remind people that Fandont doesn't think you should go to the police. He thinks that won't bring true justice. He said this publicly. Platinum Amex with the 10. All they had to do to prove Saber was a rapist was a vague as fuck. All they had to prove Saber was a rapist was a vague as fuck testimony, and Saber had evidence. Text in his own testimony was more truthful, and his texts were able to prove Emmy lied multiple times. Yes, I still have my first call with Saberspark, by the way. I use it as a reference point. Like, I don't put it in the video because he's very emotional in it. It literally, we had that conversation basically a day after his response came out. But the story is consistent. Before he had the text messages, Saberspark's story of what happened is completely consistent. It didn't change. The messages didn't it may have prompted something, but the core story is basically the same. The stuff about not knowing about the elevator is the same. The stuff about the pregnancy scare is the same. If a 300-page doc is blank, is it still a 300-page doc? Getting philosophical, Phineas. How you doing? Thank you for the show. Salty Cheerios. I need to just call you Cheerios, dude. Thank you for the 2. Anything for Claire's attention, I guess. True. Bro. Okay. And that is us currently caught up on Fandont, isn't it? I think that's everything. I think I've gone through everything I want to do. God, I've got like plus 20 messages. Hold on, let me have a look at my notifications. See if there's anything interesting in my notifications. Oh, I think we're good. I think we're good. Bro. Yes, it is, Steve Vance. It is your birthday. I know the truth. Shut the fuck up. Get out my DMs. I do think this is funny. Sorry, I'm not going to show you who tweeted this. This person I quote tweeted before. Let's go away, please. I don't have strong opinions about Gabe, although I don't particularly like him, nor am I willing to say that he's an innocent angel, but I think it's funny that Bunk ironically ended up being his best defense agent. That gets a retweet. That's funny. It's true. Dude. Oh, okay. Beckett, will you please stream on the 21st? What, of November? Possibly. Possibly. That's very close to my birthday. It's around the time. I don't know if I'll probably do a birthday stream at some point. It won't actually be on my birthday. I think it's very cringe. You found some more Bunk cringe? It's very funny. Let's have a look. Dude, I know what you've sent me and I know why you've sent it. But I can't show it. I can't show it. But it is funny. I don't want to show any of his like weird animation stuff. But it is very funny. Is this Drover? Forsaken Ken? I might have a look. It's pixel art? Maybe. Okay. What's this? I think Off sent me something. Okay, I've already read this. Okay. Whoa. Thank you very much, Rocky, for the 14 months at molding, by the way. 14 months at molding. Holy shit. Guys, this has been a fun stream. managed to get nearly 3 hours out of just reading fucking tweets. Bo Blacks, eat your fucking heart out. That's how you do Twitter versus. I do think a Black Griffin video would be worth it, so people can actually have a comprehensible video that doesn't have a thumbnail and title of Saber Spark versus KP video. No offense. Yeah, sure. Look, I mean, here's the big thing with the Black Griffin video. If I thought it would persuade the people who are like die-hard Black Griffin haters, the truth is there is nothing you can say to these people because they are fucking crazy. They need Gabe. Here's like a really big thing. The people who are currently like die in the wool, Gabe is a pedophile people, need to believe this, because if it is not true, then they are the villain. Then they have targeted and harassed an innocent man, which as far as I can see from what's been presented is exactly what they've done, which has largely been pushed by crazy people and Claire's abusive father. For an entire community that's so concerned with like victims, the fact that Claire has been abused by somebody, which is her father, and they're just running his narrative and not even blinking about it is fucking crazy to me. Are you still doing a food shots video? Yes. It's a wider orbiter video. Yes, I am. I don't know when it will be out. I don't know. But yes, I am. There are still a lot of people confused about the situation, though. Sure, but a lot of those people won't watch, like, a video I put out anyway. There are a lot of, like, again, I don't know, maybe. Maybe, if it feels worth it, I'll do it. They also don't believe her claims. No, she's a grooming victim. Of course, how could they possibly believe her? She's been brainwashed. Fucking psychopaths, man. Had food shops done anything insane lately? I don't know, her viewership's dropped off pretty hard. Which is pretty funny. Make it a huge sub goal? What? No. We're never doing that, okay? We're never doing that again. I made that mistake on Twitch. I took, like, bits donations for, like, certain content and then delivered, like, very little of it, basically. I do not take paid commissions to make videos. You'll never get it out of me. Okay, it's unfair. It's unfair. It's unfair. I need to want to make something. It's interesting, like, Metica did, like, that guy with the glasses thing, and I think it was, like, voted for by his Patreon. And he said, I believe, like, how much harder it was to make that content, because it was content that people had paid him to make, rather than just, I mean, he was doing because he was, like, just felt like doing it. We paid you for the less women cut of the Nuxtaku video. Yes, and dude, that was a fucking painful slog to make. And Chud hated it. It was very funny. That was funny. Chud tried watching it, and it was unwatchable. And I was like, yeah, it's a meme, dude. That was very funny. I regret nothing. Fair. Oh. I remember that recording of Claire and her father, and all I can imagine is Reed Richards having an argument with his daughter, Valeria. Is it that bad that I think of it? I've got no idea about fucking Fantastic Four lore, so I don't know. Can't tell you. Are you still doing the Jobst video out of curiosity? No. Jobst was like Max's obsession. He was like an expert on Jobst, and truth is, I just didn't care enough. I just was not that into that story. Rip Doc on the radio channel. True. Oh, fuck, I'm yawning a lot. Gone but not forgotten. Guys, if you have not done so already, please like and subscribe so I can keep continuing to bring you this great, fucking incredible content. I am fucking so tired. Your hobby no longer feels like a hobby when it's done out of obligation. Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to that. We are just sitting here while I smoke a cigarette and chilling for 5. For me, it's just the fact that even after Claire stated she wasn't groomed, went into calling Gabe a ped and continues to block people, even though he's clearly in the wrong. Bonkers and a mega clown. Yeah, like, again, it's like, I think trying to force somebody to accept that they're a victim is one of the, like, most fucked up things you can do to a person. I think it's really fucked up. Bring the Pope rating stream. Bring us transphobic dice. Listen, we might do it on Keck. Okay, listen. You can't play transphobic dice unless I got like a panel full of trans women. Okay. And I don't do panels anymore. Still got a lot of trans women around, I suppose, but Valeria is Reed and Sue's daughter that Doom named after his ex that got killed from magic power. Doom was allowed to name their daughter because the Fantastic Four writer that likes to suck him off was writing. Okay. Dude. Join the Discord, 18 plus, dislike the stream, leave a hate comment. Yeah, tell me you hate me. I love comments like that. How about straight phobic dice? Well, if the straight people start, no, you can't be straight phobic in dice. Okay, listen, I know it's Trump's America, but New York just elected a fucking socialist mayor or whatever the fucking crazy people are saying. I don't know, dude. I hate you, thank you. I just delete my Disney Plus after rising the price to $125. Wait, what? Just delete my Disney Plus after raising the price to $125? No way, that's fucking ridiculous. Just send Beckett a slur in DMs for free. Also true. Democratic Socialist? Okay. Right, let's have a... Oh, God, guys. Ah! I got up very early today. Oh, God, fuck me. I've been up for like... 18 hours. That's too long. That's too long. That's too long to be up. I'm going to raid you into K-Huck, I think. I don't know what she's doing. Like, K-Huck's doing more tactical Templar stuff. I'll send you to K-Huck. Redirect. I think it's just K-Huck who's live. Is there anyone else who's live that... No. No. Okay, we'll send you to K-Huck. Guys, thank you very much for hanging out. I will be back, hopefully, with Bo Black's content over the weekend. Maybe tomorrow, actually. See how I feel. This has been really fun, as always. You guys have been absolutely incredible. You've been very, very generous. Please have an Avi sticker for yourselves. A little end of the night sticker. A little end of the night Avi sticker, okay? Oh my god, dude, go to bed. You sound tired. Yeah, I'm really, really tired. Okay, I am actually going to bed. Fuck. Okay. Take care of yourself. Have a good Friday. And I'll see you in a day or so. Peace, guys. Laters.